Are you guys ready for the Resident Evil Capcom Showcase? I am. Let's do it, baby. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Residents of Evil. Thank you all so much for joining us on this Monday as we host the Capcom Showcase. My name is JJ, and right now that's Starfield. I was checking that out. That actually looks really good, but thank you all so much for coming by. We're going to be watching this live, giving our reactions, discussion, hanging out with you guys, so thank you so much for choosing to watch this showcase live with us here at the Residents of Evil. Greatly appreciate that. Hope you're having a good Monday. And man, there's a lot of things that I would like to see here. I'm going to go through and just kind of introduce you to the what we're going to be doing today, kind of break it down for you. And then I'm going to bring in my guests, the ROE team. We got ROE team member Tony and ROE team member Beggy Bag. They're going to be joining me today for this showcase. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We got over 1,100 people here, guys, so thank you so much for coming by. Have a seat. Get ready. Hopefully, we're going to see some good stuff today, man. So if I'm going to go into real quick speculation, what I think they're going to showcase, obviously, we're going to see other Capcom games like Street Fighter 6, Monster Hunter, Exoprimal, but what I'm hoping for, right, I'm willing to put money on this. I think we are going to see the reveal of the Resident Evil 4 DLC. Separate ways, maybe they're going to call it something else, but I really feel like it's going to be here. Don't want to get your hopes up, but like I said, I'm willing to bet money on it. I don't have any insider scoop though, so I don't know. This is all speculation. But also, I think we're going to see some gameplay for Resident Evil 4 VR. And who knows, maybe there's going to be some surprise showcases. I know a lot of people would like to see like an announcement of like Resident Evil Code Veronica remake, a Dino Crisis remake. I would personally love that, both of those. Or Resident Evil 9, but I think it's too early for any of that. What I think is they're going to focus on what they have now and what they're bringing to the games that are currently out. And then I think if we do see what the next Resident Evil game is, it's going to probably be later at the end of the year or early next year. So I think there's still going to be some time for that. But no, thank you guys all so much for coming by. We set a like goal today for 750. If you enjoy this stream, please hit that like button. Helps the channel a ton, and it lets us know what you guys like to see. So let's crush it, man. I'm excited. It's going to be a very eventful day. Soon I'm going to be bringing in the ROE team. Then we're just going to be doing like a half an hour discussion, about 20-minute discussion on what we hope to see, what we think we're going to see. Then there's going to be the Capcom Showcase pre-show. I don't know what they're going to be showing for that. We'll be watching that, and if it's like related, we'll probably just be quiet while that's going. And if it's not, we'll just continue our discussion. And then at 5 o'clock Central Standard Time, so a little less than an hour from now, we are going to be actually hosting the event. The event's going to be around 36 minutes is what they're saying. There's quite a bit you can showcase in 36 minutes, so I'm excited to see what there's going to be. And if you're watching this replay today, do not worry. We'll have timestamps linked down below so you can jump to whichever portion of the stream you would like. But real quick, I'm getting some support in the chat, so thank you guys very much for that. By no means do you have to support us. We just appreciate that you guys come by and hang out with us for these events, so thank you, number one. But for those that do, we greatly appreciate it. Helps us continue to grow the ROE and up our production quality, so thank you guys for that. And if you do support us during the event, we'll probably wait to take any of that until after the stream, just so we don't cut off, while the showcase is going. But we got Scott as Michael kicking off the super chat today with a £2 super chat. Thank you so much for that, Scott. We appreciate that. Here's to a good stream, guys. Hey, we appreciate that, man. It's like a holiday for Resident Evil fans, right? Every time they're going to be showing us something new. I get excited. I'm up there today, man. I'm really hoping for that DLC. Lil Han Han, member for 13 months recruit. Thank you, Lil Han Han, for over a year of support. We appreciate that. Elkanath Zulith with a $5 super chat. Thank you for your support, Elkanath. We always appreciate that. Hey guys, here's hoping Separate Ways and a VR release date. Yes, that's what I'm expecting. I want to see if they announce what could be remade next from the survey. So, to what Elkanath is saying, if you guys don't know, Capcom just recently released a survey asking Resident Evil fans, or just fans of Capcom in general, like what would the next remake they would like to be. And that was your time to get your voice heard. And I got a ton of people tagging me like, hey man, I said Code Veronica, or I said Dino Crisis, or Outbreak. And I was like, hell yeah. So we'll see what the results are. I don't know if they're going to show them, but that was a good way to let them know what we would like to see. We got Proxy One Creations, member for 68 months, Alpha Team, the winning team. Thank you so much for that incredibly long time support, Proxy. We greatly appreciate that. 68 months is a long time and something to be celebrated. He says Pengus. I don't know what a Pengus is, but thank you, Prox. We got Armin Allert, member for 1 month, Bravo Team. Thank you. Armin for that continued support. Hey, JJ, how are you doing? I hope you are doing well, and I really hope they announce Ada won't my queen. I hope so too, man. I'm doing great. I hope you're doing well. I actually took off some work today to be doing this because I was so excited, so it's good to be spending it here with all of you. The Pimp Limp. We got the Pimp Limp member for 12 months. Recruit, congratulations, and thank you for a year of support. Let's all congratulate the Pimp Limp. Appreciate that, dude. Jesse Duel gifting 1 Row Squad membership. Grow the row, baby. Thank you for growing the row, Jesse. We greatly appreciate that. If you guys are considering supporting by becoming a member, you get the custom badges, the emojis, and you can join us every Friday for the after party. Man, this last Friday, we went deep about aliens, dude. We did like an hour discussion, hour and a half discussion about aliens, right? That's what's going on in the news right now. And then we played the Gray Hill incident, which was not good. Not good at all. But that was a fun after party. So thank you to whoever got gifted a membership. You could join us this Friday for our after party. Itman with a very generous $10 super chat. Thank you so much for your support, Itman. We appreciate that. What's up, JJ? Excited for the showcase. I'll try to send the pic the other day. Let's go. Where did you send? I'm trying to find that, man. Thank you for that, dude. Kenneth Wolf with a $5 super chat. Thank you for your support, Kenneth. With all the feedback Capcom has got, they have to be making either Dino Crisis or RECV. It would be so tone deaf to do RE5 instead. So I'm not gonna lie, I'd be excited for a Resident Evil 5 remake. You know, if they did it, if they attention to detail, if they did it justice, if they did it like Resident Evil 4, I'm all for it. But I feel like it would be criminal to not do Code Veronica first. I mean, that sets up the rivalry again. That's a return of Albert Wesker. That's the first time Chris and Claire get to meet up, you know? Like, I feel like that's crucial to the story, and if they are going to remake 5, I think Code Veronica definitely has to be next. We got Thunder's Productions. Member for 2 months, Bravo team, thank you for the continued support. Come on, Code Veronica or Dino Crisis, or RE9. Dude, Code Veronica or Dino Crisis, yes. If I had to have it my way, it would be Outbreak, but I think Code Veronica is most deserving for the story. We got OGRE Freak with 1 gifted Row Squad member. Thank you so much for growing the row, man. Everybody in the chat, get up to OGRE Freak, and let's welcome our new member to the Row Squad. Ed gifted 1 Row Squad membership. Thank you, Ed, for growing the row. Give it up to Ed, and let's welcome another new member. Oh, row is growing strong today, guys. 3 new members. Thank you for that. Agent Veronica RE4 remake with a $2 super chat. Thank you, Agent Veronica. What do you think? What do you look forward to in Death Island, JJ? Honestly, I think just seeing like the interaction between Jill and Leon. We've never seen them together in any Resident Evil, and just to see how they react to each other. We did get a brief glimpse of them fighting in that trailer, so that's going to be interesting, man. Leon and Jill going head to head and then becoming buddies, and then seeing them all team up. You know, that's going to be so cool. I really do hope we get a cameo from Barry, though, even if it's just like a phone call or something. Z1991 with a 225 ARS super chat. Thank you for that support, man. Oh, actually, I did. It jumped. My apologies. Family Man Donnie, member for 8 months. Recruit, thank you for almost a year. Christian Ferris, member for 16 months. Recruit, thank you for over a year. RE game, don't die. They will evolve like G. Yeah, heroes never die. That's the save room theme from Dead Aim. That's one of my favorites. Z1991 with a 225 ARS super chat. Thank you for that support, man. Separate Ways DLC and Operation Javier DLC. That would be incredible. Dude, that would be above and beyond if they did Operation Javier. I would love that. And Leon minigame. Ada, wait! Greetings from Buenos Aires. P.S. Gimme Dragons Dogma 2 or become Ganado. Yeah, Tony, I'm going to get Tony in here to talk about Dragons Dogma 2, but he'd be all for that, dude. I even think they could be showcasing, like, another Dragon's Dogma game, or maybe like why am I blanking? Dead Rising reboot or a sequel. That'd be cool. We got No Captain Matt with a $5 super chat. Thank you, No Captain. Thank you guys for all the support. This is crazy, dude. JJ, do you think we'll get a Resident Evil 7 remake remaster? I'm hoping for that because it would be great to see what they could do with the new tech. No, actually, the tech they use in Resident Evil 7 is the latest tech they're using, the RE engine. So no, I don't think we're gonna get like a remake anytime soon of that. And I don't know if you've played it recently, but Resident Evil 7 still looks gorgeous. Like, that game still holds up for coming out, I think, in 2017. It's impressive. I gotta go back and play that. Thank you for that support, man. And then OGRE Freak, member for 62 months, Alpha Team, the winning team. Thank you for that long time support, OGRE Freak. You and Prox are up there in the 60s, dude. We greatly appreciate that. I'm really hoping they give us something about Separate Ways. As for the story games, I would love to see Code Veronica, but with the push for more online games, I'd love to see Outbreak done now. I think Outbreak is like the perfect example of how to properly do Resident Evil multiplayer. Like that is like, now's the time for that. But guys, I have talked too much, but thank you all so much for that support. Again, it is incredibly appreciated. But just kick back, relax, and enjoy this event. And thank you for coming by to watch it here with us. Again, 435 likes before we even begin. That is incredible. Thank you guys so much for that. And with that being said, let's bring in the team. All right, guys. Today I am joined by two very special guests. My fellow team from the row. We got right below me, row team member Beggy Beg. Beg, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you fixed your audio.
I did. I fixed it just in time. I've been working through technical issues like all night, honestly. It feels good.
And it sounds great. Thank you for joining, Beg. And then below Beggy, we got row team member Tony.
Hello.
Thank you for coming by, Tony. Hope you guys are all having a good day. Are you excited for this event?
I am. Let's do it.
Yeah. Now, I'm curious, though. I'm going to start with you, Beggy, since that's going to be the way this is going to work since you're right below me and Tony's below you. But, Beggy, what are you expecting to see at this event? Doesn't have to be just Resident Evil, but what are you looking for, or not looking forward to, but what do you expect we're going to see?
For me, the biggest question that was left unanswered in regard to the lore of Resident Evil 4 Remake was the fate of the second creature that we know as U3. Because we fought the one dubbed Verdugo, but the one dubbed Pesanta that allegedly will fight Ada during her Separate Ways campaign, should that be announced, is sort of what I'm very much looking forward to. We never know what happened to that being. That same creature was actually the one that fused with Salazar in the original game. And that doesn't happen this time around. Salazar's transformation is completely independent of that creature. That housekeeper, rather. Pesanta is actually the housekeeper for the Salazar family. And so more sort of insight into what happened in that particular backstory would make this showcase for me. That's like the big thing I'm looking for. Everything else, obviously, very welcome. Other little Capcom franchises that could see a resurgence, I always welcome,
Yeah.
Onimusha, you know what I'm saying? But very very much a shot in the dark to expect something like that. So anything else, I'll take what I can get.
Yeah, no, and I'm very glad you brought that up. Real quick before we move over to Tony, I just want to touch on what you brought up. We didn't see what happened to that second creature, and a lot of people were upset that the U3 was cut from the Resident Evil 4 remake. But I'm thinking if they announce Separate Ways and we do get that, didn't they refer to them as the U3 in Resident Evil 4 remake?
They really did. They
did.
Sort of changed the moniker for both of the creatures that we previously knew as Verdugo to U3 as sort of that's what both of them are. But there's a chance, like you're saying, that this U3 Pesanta, one of the two, might have a second transformation that would then hopefully, possibly, ostensibly transform her into something closer to the U3 creature from the original. Yeah. And that would sort of revive the original U3 in the world of the remake. So that would be cool.
Yeah, definitely. That could be our chance to get it back, which would be awesome. But Tony, what do you think we're going to be seeing here? What do you expect?
I mean, I feel they are going to just be focusing more on like what's to be coming. Like maybe we get a new trailer for Pragmata with some gameplay, so we actually know what that game's about. So there's that, and I'm kind of hoping, long shot. I'm really hoping that they release or they say that they're going to do another Capcom fighting game collection with all their 3D fighters like Rival Schools and Power Stone and all those. I doubt it's going to happen, but it would be really cool to see them continue to do that because Capcom's been on a roll with all these collections that they've been putting out, especially like the Mega Man Battle Network, which is now the best-selling Mega Man game of all time, and that's
impressive.
Crazy to think.
Yeah.
So I mean, if we get a little bit of Dino Crisis, that'd be great. I'd like to see what they're going to show off in Dragon's Dogma 2. And I'm really hoping that they just announce that it is going to be a multiplayer game because I'm excited for it. But that one-player aspect of it is kind of a bummer for me because they did have a Japanese-only Dragon's Dogma game for the PS3 and PS4 years ago. Yeah. And I don't know if it was any good or not because, again, I'm not in Japan. I don't know anybody who played it. But this is a game, if anybody's played Dragon's Dogma, it would be way better with friends.
Yeah, and didn't they did announce a new Dragon's Dogma, correct?
They did,
Yeah,
yes.
I
Like they
completely
announced,
forgot about
they
that.
announced
Yeah.
it. They announced it a long time ago, and then the last Capcom thing, they showed off the reveal trailer, but I don't think they really showed like a lot of combat. I think there was a lot of just in-game cutscene stuff that they did, not
Yeah.
actual combat, which is what Microsoft did the other day with their stuff. It was just all it was all like CGI stuff in their trailers. So
Yeah.
we'll see what today brings. Either way, I mean, I'm sure there's gonna be something Resident Evil 4 related. I mean, if we get Wesker and Ada announced for the Mercenaries, because that roster just feels way too small.
And it's really
to,
good too, right? Like the Mercenaries is fantastic, but to add more characters and potentially maps, that would be so beneficial for it.
It would 100% be so much better.
And the thing is too, we've also seen, through people going through the code files and what modders have done, we've seen that like Ada's and Albert Wesker's moves are in the game, right? And they modded it into the game because it was locked, and then Capcom had asked like that those mods be removed because they've even showcased photos of them as mercenary characters. So I think it's a really good indicator that yes, we are for sure going to be getting them in the Mercenaries, but it would be nice to see them in a separate ways DLC. And so if you go through us here, I would say like I'm just a huge fan of Resident Evil. Obviously, there's other Capcom games I enjoy like Dead Rising and Dino Crisis, and probably a few others that are not coming to mind at the moment. Beggy likes a little bit more from the world of Capcom, but Tony, you just love Capcom, everything Capcom, so like it's going to be a fun event, and everybody in the chat's going to get like kind of like, we'll be discussing Resident Evil, but we'll also, Tony will be getting super excited whenever it goes to a different Capcom game. So we have a good variety of interests here today on this live viewing. But
Definitely.
yeah, real quick, we do got some more support in the chat, so we're just going to be reading those periodically throughout this intro discussion. And once the event begins, we'll probably come back and read those after. But I just want to make sure that we get caught up, and we do appreciate that support, guys. Let's see here. OGRE Freak, I read that. Brick House 917 with an incredibly generous $20 super chat. Thank you so much for that, Brick House. We greatly appreciate that. Hey, JJ. Patrick Brickhouse from the Retro Blast podcast here. Shout out to my buddy Tony. Oh, Tony knows, yeah. All I want to see is a Dino Crisis remake. I'm going to hold out and hope until I die. Love the channel. Keep your fingers crossed for me. Well, thank you for that, man, and thank you for coming to join us today for this event. Yeah, dude, fingers crossed. It would be incredible to see a Dino Crisis remake. That would actually blow my mind today if they're like,
right?
You know what, we're finally going to do it. Like, you got to think, right? What better time would it be to bring that series back than right now when Resident Evil is just like catapulting, and even through a business perspective, they are making a ton of sales. Like, not only are they getting well-received games, but they're making a ton of sales, and they got the RE engine. They've gotten plenty of experience with the Resident Evil franchise. Like, they could easily bring that series back and then have like a subdivision of their own company, not outsource it, but do it in-house.
Like a smaller division, yeah.
Yeah, smaller division, work on it.
This is what I've been asking for a long time, is that people like, Capcom, like, please do that. Like, create like a smaller work team to bring back some older classics, like, Final Fight, and like, work on Breath of Fire and things like that. All these like old classic games that people are asking for. Even if you're not gonna like make a new entry, make a collection, keep it in house, because that's one of the reasons why those collections were so good, was because they were mostly done in house.
Yeah, no, definitely, and I think they just there's something about it where you're doing it in house, where you got more attention and care into it, rather than just kind of hoping that the other outsourced company gives it the justice it deserves. And these games are they're still relevant to this day because there's something special about them. So they do require care when considering remaking or remastering.
Yeah.
We got Ricky Gaming, member for 1 month, Bravo team. Thank you for the continued support, Ricky. Respect to Ro and what y'all bring. Hey, man, I appreciate that, but it's honestly our pleasure. This is just something we're very passionate about, something that we grew up as kids, playing, and we just enjoy having this platform and this community to do these events with. So thank you, dude. We got Rule Time with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Rule Time, and it's good to see you, man. Thanks for coming by. Hope you and the Row team have a great one. Hello, JJ, Tony, and Beggy. Excited for this showcase? Let's go, Resi. Hell yeah, man.
Rule Time. How you doing?
Yeah, it's good to see you here, man. And yeah, I'm excited for this event. And yeah, let's get that hype in the chat, guys. I think their pre-show is going to be starting in about 5 minutes, so I wonder what they're going to be doing for that, but I'm interested. Sometimes it's interesting, sometimes it's something completely unrelated. But we'll see. And then Darth Knight, member for 27 months, Bravo team. Thank you for over 2 years of support, Darth Knight. Hey guys, how are y'all? What would you rather, a Separate Ways or an Operation Javier DLC? That is a fantastic question, and I'm going to throw it to Beggy first. Beggy, would you rather Separate Ways or Operation Javier?
Both of those are very much desired by me and I'm sure many other people. So I'd love to see both of those. But if I were to pick one or the other, I would still say Ada's DLC because it plays such a critical role in her interactions with Leon, answers the lore questions that I had that I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, with the second U3, all of the sort of build up and framing for Resident Evil 5. You know, where does the Type 1 Plaga end up? Whose hands does it end up in? And that's the central question. With Ada already making this very, crucial plot twist right here, I would consider it one, her veering away from her orders and actually course correcting without directly returning to Wesker with the sample. I think there's already so much intrigue built there that I would never want to see that missed. So that's my pick.
Very well said. How about you, Tony? What would you rather see?
I'm not gonna lie, because they kind of threw that curveball at us with like Operation Javier being different now and things that changed. I'm like, I want to see how that went.
True.
I really want to see how that goes down. I mean, I'm sure like if we got Ada's Separate Ways, it'd be really interesting and a little bit different, but also still what we loved about it. But I would really love to see that Operation Javier DLC.
Yeah, no, I can't lie, man. It would be incredible to see that now done from an over-the-shoulder perspective with the RE engine. I thought that the Chronicles games are so cool and unique, and I love those arcade shooters, and they had some really good stories to tell, but to see it done in a way that we're familiar with now with the modern controls, I would definitely be excited, but I would pick both. I mean, the game sold so well, right? Why not dedicate the time to making more stories? And that's one of my complaints about the Resident Evil 2 remake is the game was so well done. I wanted more, and I was willing to pay for more, to see Marvin's story, maybe a retelling from Outbreak, Desperate Times scenario. That would have been incredible. And there's just so much more within the world that they could have done that I feel like was a missed opportunity. I understand they had other games that they were working on and their dev team is only so large. But for a game like Resident Evil 4, I would love to see both. But if I had to choose one or the other, I would say Separate Ways for the fact that, as Beggy said, that it is kind of integral to the story. It's another way to play the game, but it also... it would be nice to have it kind of be more similar to the original Resident Evil 4 with the modes they had. And then who's to say that it couldn't come out later as its own game, or maybe something that ties in, because they're kind of rewriting the lore here a little bit. We didn't even get the downfall of Umbrella in the intro bit, so they might be retelling it in a different way now. So there's always a chance we could see more of that in the future. Yeah. So
and I also think, with such a wealth of good secondary characters, there's so many seeds that they've sown this early on with the core game that will allow all of these DLCs, potential DLCs, to complete and deliver upon and make a really cohesive story. And if they do have an Operation Javier DLC, that could really accentuate the divide between Leon and Krauser to a degree that we've never seen. And also, by the way, my friend Professor MGW is in chat, so hello.
Nice to see you, Beggy's friend. Real quick, I do want to ask you guys, though, before we begin, how is our audio levels? Does it sound like Tony, Beggy, and myself are balanced? Is there an echo? I just want to make sure before the event begins, everything is coming through crystal clear for you guys, and you can hear everybody okay, and it's not unbalanced. So please let me know in the chat. We got another minute and 40 seconds to the pre-show. Real quick, I'm going to read Rainy Lay with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much for that. I really want a DC remake. Parasite Eve and Parasite Eve. I played a lot of those on PS1 as a kid. I think Parasite Eve is another one a lot of people would like to see return. There's a lot of love for that series. I played it a bit when I was a kid, but I didn't really get into it as much as I did with Resident Evil. But what do you guys feel about a Parasite Eve remake?
I think it's needed. It's a deep game. I mean, people love the first one. People do enjoy the second one. People like to admit the third one never existed, but the first one is very legendary, and I think it does deserve a remake. I mean, if we're gonna just keep going down this remake path that companies are doing, Square has to do it. I mean, I don't know if it's a licensing thing because they don't own Parasite Eve.
Yeah.
But either way, work something out and make it happen and make people fucking happy.
Make them fucking happy, man. That's all it comes down to at the end. Real quick, thank you guys for the feedback on the audio. Beggy, what do you think about a Parasite Eve remake?
I know very little about the franchise as a whole. I think the most I know of it, and this is a super fake gamer kind of territory. It's just people talking about it through like videos, phenomenal like YouTube videos on it, and that's about it. I don't really know about the experience of playing it myself because I haven't, so
Okay.
don't really have too much input.
No, that's all good. All right, we'll let this play. We'll see what they start with. If it's something we're all interested in, we'll just be quiet and watch it and give our thoughts. If it's not interesting, we'll continue on with the discussion because there's some other questions I do want to ask you, Tony and Beggy. But here we go. Pre-show starting. Let me make sure this audio is good too. Oh God. Here we go.
There we go.
And we're off.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Capcom Showcase pre-show. I'm Andy, this is Joe from the Capcom USA community team. Before we get to the main show, which I'm really excited about, hopefully you guys are too, we have a pre-show
All right, they're buffering.
plan for you.
Yeah, we got some pretty cool stuff. We're going to be doing an interview with one of our developers over at Capcom Japan. We're going to be talking to one of our voice talents who worked on Street Fighter 6. And to get things started, we're going to be highlighting a Capcom creator who's done some pretty cool Street Fighter 6 art in the past. So we're really excited about that. So let's go ahead and get that started.
Here we go. So I know you like Street Fighter, Tony, so you probably want to watch this.
Yeah, everybody shut the fuck up.
Tony, I'm gonna bully you. I'm getting better.
Getting better at
Good,
bullying.
fight me.
I seriously want to. I actually played a good amount a couple days ago. It's so fun.
It's fun.
I have not gotten to play much of it, unfortunately. I have been buried in photography, and I want to. I might stream it. I might continue streaming it tonight, but it's so cool.
That is, I like that art style. If I didn't have to work tonight, I'd probably be streaming Resident Evil 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, but after we're done here, I'm probably gonna go in. It's cool. I like these. Like I like watching these videos of like the progress of.
Yeah. I would love to see like Nick do this with his drawings, but like he tells me like that those drawings take him like hours and hours to do.
Yeah. Very time consuming. Uncle Tony says WP. And then J-Ram says Killer Instinct is better than Street Fighter. What do you think about that, Tony?
I mean, I like both, so you're wrong.
We got Taryn Aries with the $5 super chat. Thank you for that, Taryn. Although it was remade in the past, Capcom should consider remaking Mega Man X again in the RE engine. The last remake flopped, but it wasn't promoted. What do you think about that, Tony?
Sorry, what was that? I wasn't paying attention.
Although it was remade in the past, Capcom should consider remaking Mega Man X again in the RE engine. The last remake flopped, but it wasn't promoted.
Well, yeah, because it was on the PlayStation Portable. They didn't promote that game at all and everything. So I think the X series is due for a new entry or a full reboot at this point because there's so much continuity era and a lot of confusion with that franchise and what it connects to the other Mega Man franchises like Mega Man Zero. So
Okay.
I'd like to see them do it. I really would. I think it would be really good if they could.
I love those games. Anything to make them like more accessible, I really welcome too, because those are like the only games of that type that I got really into as a kid. Like just straight up side scroller, get all the abilities, especially like X4 and X6. Those are like just wonderful games.
Oh, wait a minute. I remember this artist. I seen their stuff. I think they were part of like a massive collaboration on Twitter. Like all these Street Fighter artists got together and like drew one character in their own style on a giant mural. I think his was one of them.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Do you know what the name is?
It's Clever Art.
Clever Art. Okay.
If I know it's gonna pop up again here in the corner and everything, but yeah.
Okay. Cool way to do a pre-show, though, I guess. Like,
yeah, showing off arts. Well, I mean, like
Yeah.
you saw what happened. You saw what happened to me, right? Like
that was crazy.
Right? Like, so for chat, for those of you who don't know, I did a photo shoot for a buddy of mine who cosplayed Ryu from Street Fighter 6, and that photo ended up on the Twitch Rivals, which is like the biggest fighting game tournament that they always hold on there. And Maximilian, he showed it off with one of the other guys too, and I was just like, holy shit, my stuff actually made it?
That's
Fuck,
awesome.
man!
Because your stuff's good, dude. Congratulations on getting it to the event.
I appreciate it. Like, I saw some other friends of mine on there too. Like, they all came actually after me. We were all like super stoked.
Yeah, that is. These colors are really cool too.
Oh yeah, like this is straight up like what you would see like spray painted or painted on a brick wall in a city.
Yeah.
I love this.
It's true.
It's like it's not essentially a style I would have, but to be honest, like I would take a print of this.
Yeah, definitely.
And I don't even like Kimberly that much because she's such a nightmare to fight against.
She is really scary. I fought against my friend just a couple nights ago, and she was like a monster. Like she was miles ahead anyone that I've like ever played in that game. It's only been a few days, but still.
Yeah, like the level of like how some people have already gotten with these characters. It's like, did you guys get like early access and we didn't?
Right. She's just amazing at fighting games.
Yeah, because some of my friends who are tournament level in Street Fighter games, like I'm actually on the same level as them right now.
Is so talented. Clev, if you're watching, thank you so much for doing that time lapse for us.
Yeah, it's just really cool how the art really tells a story, right? You've got Kimberly, but then all the legacy characters from Street Fighter. It's just so cool to see. And if you really like that artwork, we are going to post that on our social media channel, so please take a look at that after the show.
Now we have an interview with the voice of Luke from Street Fighter 6, Alex Lee. Alex, how are you?
Oh, Alex,
nice. Before we get into talking about Luke, how did you get into voice acting?
I think it was one summer day. I was eating a bowl of noodles, and I thought to myself, voice acting is cool. Maybe I'll try that. That's
Got
it.
very soothing.
That's it. Just the noodles.
That's it. That's where it went.
He's in a lot of
Did the
things
noodles
now.
also get you
He's been blowing
to
up.
the role of
He's in a
Luke?
couple animes, and
I showed up to the studio and I went, and they said, "That's the guy."
But no, seriously, how did you get the role of Luke, and how did you approach that whole performance?
When we got the character slides and everything, I read through.
He's
his
a good artist
description,
too. I've seen his work.
likes, his hobbies. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
he's pretty good.
Kind of like me. Pretty much that role was just me trying to put myself
Patience,
out
solid
there
fire.
and
They're
kinda
going to show us in
relaxing.
23
It
minutes.
was
This is just their
actually one of the
pre-show.
first roles where I got to play somebody
Chat's
that
going
was
wild.
just
Where's
like
the
me.
event?
Luke's had a pretty interesting
Starts at
journey.
5. There's a countdown
He
timer.
started at kind of the tail end of Street Fighter 5 and now is at the
You
forefront.
know, I
of
heard
Street
his
Fighter
voice
6.
is
How did
Luke
you
in this
approach the
game,
two performances?
and I thought it was Nero.
For
I thought it was
5,
Johnny Young
they
Bosch.
wanted
He does sound a little bit
something
like him, yeah.
younger. So
He's
Luke had
also,
a
for anybody
bit
that
more of
watches
an
Demon
aggressive
Slayer, he's
attitude. He was a lot
Zenitsu in
more
that, and which is-
arrogant. He was a lot more cocky.
that shows you how much range
and
he has.
was just
Because
kind of like
Zenitsu is
this random
like,
punk
and
that
Luke
showed
are
up and was
two
like, "Who wants to
total
fight me?"
opposite characters.
So for 6, we definitely kind of like mellowed down. He's got a job now.
We don't
Wow,
need DLC for
amazing.
RE4 remake.
I
We need
guess after
Code
getting
Veronica
beaten
X
up all this time,
remake.
he's like, I'm going to lay back a little bit and figure out how to train myself and actually hone
I'm going to get
my
a poll
fighting
going in the
style.
chat.
I think it's been a
there
really
you go.
interesting journey to see not only how his
We
character
want
has
Rugrats in
like
Paris
evolved, but also the
remastered for
reception of
PS5.
that change as well.
This is the first Street Fighter.
God, I
game
remember
that
seeing that
was
game at
recorded
Blockbuster
in
on the
English
PS1 days. Holy
right?
shit.
And you were one of the first characters to record your lines. What was the experience
Oh
like?
my
and how
Christ
that
sakes.
changed
Dude, if
everything?
that was a thing,
For
I'd be
me,
happy, but we're
this
not
was
getting that
like
for a long
brand
time.
new way to do this because in 5 is a dub, so we have to match the timing of the Japanese voice line, we have to match the cadence, the tone, and the animation.
I'm still taking
There's
in
a lot
5
going
and
on.
still
There's
like
a lot
consuming
that
it
you
and
have to
just
constantly be juggling.
like
But
It's good.
for
absorbing
6,
it.
it
It's
was a
just
lot more
incredible.
loose. It was more
JJ
flowing.
Corey
For the
played
first
it,
time,
fell
we
in love
got
with it.
that
Yeah,
sweet mouth
I
tech
played it
where
during
you can
After
say
Party
anything
too.
and the characters would,
about
automatically
time.
lip sync. So that was really, really cool.
Okay,
And,
guys, vote
I
in the
just had a
chat.
lot
What
more time,
Capcom
a lot more
remake would you
freedom
like to see next?
Deliver lines how I wanted to do it. And
Ooh.
I should
also,
have put more
again,
variety
because
in there,
we
but I
were
wanted to keep it more
creating
Resident
this
Evil
character
focused,
in
as
the
I know a
US,
lot of you guys are
got
here for
to
Resident
put a
Evil.
lot of my ideas in there as well. So that was
Up there's
that
Code
was
Veronica.
Code
very
Yep.
much
Veronica
different
just
process
quickly
so
took the
far.
lead. Okay,
So,
let's hear that.
Speaking
how
of
that plays
it's
you
out.
putting
dropping.
yourself
It's
into
dropping.
Luke and
Holy shit.
everything, I see online, we all see online,
Yes.
Vote
your
in the chat.
advocacy for Luke, the memes, everything, how much you love him. Where does that come from and what's that whole experience like?
Hey,
I
Team Row, hyped and looking
never
forward to
thought
this.
this
The
day
best
would come
team and
where I would
community.
get to be
Let's
in a
freaking
Street
go
Fighter game.
watching from South
For me,
Africa.
it's
Thanks for
more
coming by, man.
about
Let's go.
How this is a once in a lifetime opportunity, and I just got to make the best of it. So with my full heart,
My
just
kind
was
of
like,
fear with like
I'm
Exo
gonna have fun with
Primal,
this
I'm
character.
really hoping they're not going to do a
Actually, some
Dark
of my
Stalker's
posts have even,
Resurrection thing where
reached
they say, "Oh yeah, don't
wider
worry if you don't
global
buy
audience.
Dark
Yeah.
Stalker's Resurrection." It's not
I
gonna affect our
visited
decision
the
to pick
Capcom
Dark
Japan
Stalker.
office
But then
and
it
I met
did,
up with
because that
Nakimoto-san
collection didn't
and,
sell.
the whole
People,
team over there.
we didn't get another
And I
Dark
walked into
Stalker's
the
game,
studio,
and it's like, but you told us, and
and
we
they
didn't
were like,
buy it. Like,
We've all seen your
Yeah.
Twitter. And I'm like,
you said that it was still happening. So
what
that's kind of what I'm hoping.
hoping? And they're like, no,
Primal
it's
is
good.
the
We
same.
like it.
I
We
hope
like
that,
it. And
they don't pull that
thanked me
same thing. That's why we don't get a
for,
Dino Crisis remake.
promoting
That
the
would
character
suck,
and
dude.
just having fun with him.
It would.
They
I think
wanted
they've
to
learned though, because that was
use
like
that
that
energy
was like a
and put it
decade ago that that
how
happen.
they
Yeah.
wrote and how
I
they made
really
the
hope
character.
they've
And I
learned
was,
since
I
and you
was really
can't do
honored
stuff
by
like
that.
that. That's why I
People
tell
are
people
playing
to buy
Street Fighter
that
6 now.
Capcom Fighting Game
Any
collection.
favorite
to prove that
lines
you want
that you
these
want
games. You
to-
want them to keep coming
Ooh.
back.
let's
You
hear
want
'em.
newer
Yeah, we got a lot of good ones. We got the Sandblast, but we also got the. Gotta say, you're pretty photogenic.
That's the one everyone wants to hear.
Yeah. That's a good
That's
one.
the meme one.
The Hadouken.
There we go.
That one was fun. There's one where he whiffs his ultimate and he goes, whoa, wait.
Oh, yeah.
Already got 423
Those are
votes.
all like.
I love
great
how
lines. They're really
the
corny
trainer
because
keeps telling you
all
like
the
you're
funniest
photogenic at
lines,
the
we
beginning,
got 'em in,
regardless
like,
of what you
one
look
take.
like. And my
Oh, yeah,
character
right.
on
Chip
Twitter
it. I'm
is
"You
like
sure?"
the
They're like,
most
"Nope, I'm good."
photogenic
I'm like,
Street
"I messed up."
Fighter
They're like, "That's- you're
trainee
supposed
to ever
It's
exist
Luke, right?
in
He's
the
supposed to
Street
mess
Fighter
up. He's gonna
verse.
point
Everyone
like
go look
that.
at
It's
it.
true. It's true.
Face is
Anything
like
you wanna
melting
say
and
to the
it's got like
community?
triple
Thank you
chins.
for
It
your
was just
support
like
over the
me.
last year.
I
It's
made
been
myself
amazing.
in the
I've
I didn't
had
see
game.
that.
Such a
Did.
blast
I'm
with
gonna
this
look that up
character.
quick.
It was so funny. I couldn't
Interacting with the
stop laughing
community,
when she
seeing all the
tagged me
memes
in it.
online, seeing all
You're
the
so
fan art.
photogenic.
It's been so much fun. And also, thank you for kicking my
Need
butt
it.
online.
Have
That's
Resident
awesome
Evil
too.
versus
I
Street
love
Fighter.
that part.
Well,
That's
technically,
so
that's
cool.
what
Thanks, guys.
they kind of have with Marvel
No,
versus
seriously,
Capcom.
thank
But
you so much.
That's true.
For everyone else
I mean,
at home,
I've been
please
saying
stick
this for
around. We
years. I
have
have no
an
idea what's gonna
interview
happen
with
for the Marvel
localization
versus
director
Capcom
Andrew
games.
Alfonso that
Capcom
we
just needs to make a
recorded,
Capcom
and that's
versus
coming up
Capcom game.
right now.
Just bring all the characters together.
We're going to take
Use
you a
the
little bit
Resident
behind the
Evil
scenes
engine.
today,
That's all you gotta
and
do.
we've got a special guest to do that
Sorry,
for
not
us.
Resident Evil engine.
We're with
Marvel
Andrew
versus Capcom
Alfonso,
Infinite
coming
Engine.
to us all the
So
way
good.
from Osaka, Japan. He works over at Capcom
Dead
Japan.
Rising
So,
remake.
Andrew,
I
would
mean,
you
I'd
like
take
to
that
introduce
too.
yourself?
I would be okay with
Yeah,
that.
sure. Hey guys. I'm localization director at Capcom Japan. I've been at Capcom for 17 years now. It's been quite a while. My
Jesus,
first game
17
that I worked
years.
on was
That's a long time.
Mega Man Star Force for the DS. After that, I worked on a bunch of Ace Attorney games, Ace Attorney 3, 4, 5, and Investigations. After that, I worked on the Monster Hunter series for about 10 years. And now
Holy
I'm back on the Street Fighter series. And yeah, the latest game that I worked on was Street Fighter 6, which was just released.
Just an
That's
amazing
so he went to like
tenure
work on
over
those
at
early
Capcom.
Mega Man games.
But
that
is
weren't
there
really
one in
like
particular, a
that.
project that
It
you've
wasn't
worked
really
on
that
that's
great.
really
He got to work himself up. That's great.
near and dear to your heart?
I would say the number one is usually Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate.
Layla, that's
that
what I'm
was kind of the
saying.
first
I want
game
that so bad.
really
That looks so
They got to
cool.
work with the dev team very
That
closely,
DMC jumper
especially
that
the
the guy was
directors
wearing.
Fujioka-san and Tokuda-san. Probably number two is definitely Street Fighter 6, because just working with Nakayama-san and Matsumoto-san has
Jake
just been
from
an
RE
absolute pleasure.
and I
Their kind of philosophy
Actually,
on how game development should work
there's a mod out now.
has always been
Ultimate
very
Marvel
appealing.
versus
So
Capcom 3 on the PC, where
I
you
was
can
really
mod
happy
in
to have this
Cherry and
opportunity
Jake
to work
as well.
on
That's cool.
Street Fighter 6.
Oh yeah,
Love
it's
working with
actually
them, and
really
they've been amazing. But before we get into like Street Fighter 6, can you tell us a little bit more about localization, the different responsibilities, and what it's all about?
It almost seems like they
obviously
do
we
more
do,
for Street Fighter than we get
translation
on
and
Resident
text,
Evil.
into the
Like
text
Resident
and
Evil,
whatnot. But we also handle a lot of
I don't think we got like a
the voice
pre-show
direction for our
discussion about
games.
it, or
On
did we?
top of
I
that, we also
don't know.
get involved
yeah,
a lot
no, I
in the
think
motion
we
capture
did.
for
But I mean,
the games.
they're also
We also
focusing
do
highly
a
on
lot of stuff
Street
just
Fighter 'cause
to
that's their
help the
newest
dev teams
big
out.
game out right now.
Yeah,
So
that
you're
makes
going to
sense.
see a lot of
diversity
people talking about
and culturalization and stuff like that. I do remember
I mean,
that
they already sold
Nakayama-san mentioned in an
stupidly
interview
well. Like
Yeah.
from
last
the
time
first
where
day alone.
we were he was talking about Kimberly in Street
He's a
Fighter
million
6,
already, I think. Right?
and
yeah,
almost
I think they hit like a million
he has
sales
a
in
lot
like
of
the first
consultants
weekend.
working with him to get the design just right. We also talked to
Favorite
Capcom
character,
employees, and that's actually
or my
the
main
localization
character,
team.
Street Fighter 6.
He
Oh,
came to us
Marissa.
and
Big buff girl just punches the fuck out of everybody. She's great.
She looks so fun.
asked us for our feedback
Dude, she's
on
very fun.
not
There's
only
probably a
Kimberly
ton
but
of people
also
streaming this event right
Lily
now.
and also DJ.
Looks like they're trying to like
to make sure that
have
those
everything go through
characters are,
smoothly, but there's probably so many
in
people
a good
watching
spot
this.
for fans. And
But I mean, we're doing good. I mean, we got over
the designs
1,500
are
people
not
watching,
only
so thank you
cool,
guys.
but
Really
also,
appreciate
something
y'all
that
giving up your
is
day
going to be
coming out here.
appealing to a worldwide audience.
Yeah, tell
Love
us,
you guys.
how you're involved in the game, how you kind
How's
of got
that
started
audio
on the
with our
project. I know
voices in
it's probably
the
been a
video?
really
Is this
well
sound
road for you,
okay,
so
everybody?
just
Can you
tell
hear
us about
them
kind of
and
your
us
experience in
okay?
the
Yeah,
development.
sure.
Yeah,
it's been
Proxy,
a
if you're in the
very
chat,
long
you know how
time. It's been
how our
about 3
volume
years.
should be.
At
Let
least
us
for
know.
me, I got started off because Nakayama-san asked me if I could help them out with the.
Imagine if they also announced
with
the classic
prototyping.
trilogy
He
collection.
wanted
I would
to,
want that,
get
but I
me
also
early
want them to
because he
throw
knows
in
that I was a big fighting game fan. I
Survivor or just for the
a lot of things
the
that
fun of it?
we
Because I
should
don't
try
want to see that
improve
game just
for
be
not
stuck
only
on the
just
PS1.
Street Fighter
You know?
fans, but also for a newer audience that they're
I
trying
just
to,
experienced that a couple
get
weeks
with
ago, and
Street
it was
Fighter
so
6.
enjoyable.
He
I
brought me
loved
on.
it.
you
mainly for that,
played,
but also
Gun
because
Survivor.
they were going to be
Oh, that's
working
right.
on this new commentary
It's still a
system.
great thing
That
to
was going to be a
experience.
first for the
Oh, yeah.
series. So they asked
I
me
was watching
to
that stream.
come on early just to, get that sorted out so that we could have something,
How's it going,
very
Resident Evil
natural
Central? Thanks for coming by, man.
the English speaking
Hello.
audience
Yo,
that
Will,
are
what's
going to
going
use this
on, dude?
commentary system.
So we're definitely gonna hit on the real-time commentary feature
Good audio.
later.
Okay.
But before
All right.
that,
I trust you guys.
What were some of your goals as a
Thank you.
localization director for Street Fighter 6, and what do you hope fans come away with in terms of the story, characters, or just anything?
One of the goals that I told the director, Nakama-san, this game has a huge legacy, long legacy. We need to give it the localization that it actually deserves. We need to make sure that this.
I will say the
people
one
come away with this, the better
semi-disappointing thing
understanding
about
of
Street Fighter
characters
6 is
and
that
the
they don't
characters that
necessarily
they
advance
already
the
love,
main
they fall in love with
story
them
as
all
much.
over again. The other goal that I had was because I
That's
knew
kind
that
of a bummer
we were
because
gonna be
people have been
working
waiting
on
to see
World
these
Tour
characters
mode.
age up and what
We
happens
had stuff
after
like the modern
the events of Third
controls,
Strike.
Tokyo
Which
2
canonically,
users
that
were
was
trying to
the
aim
last
for
game
a lot of new
canon-wise
players to
before
come in,
6.
and
Yeah.
we had to make this.
So I haven't
as
beaten the
beginner
main
friendly
world.
as
The World
possible.
Hub mode kind
we're
of
not
plays
going to be
into that.
throwing a lot of
Right.
FGC
I just
community
started and it
terms in there.
seems
We're
like
gonna try
kind
to
of
explain
unraveling
things in a very
backstories
natural
and
but
like
easy to
training with
understand way.
them.
Probably don't
And
wanna-
also, like a lot of the,
They probably don't want to write
for example,
themselves
like
into
a
a
lot of the
corner
attack
for a
names
sequel.
are still in
Oh no,
Japanese,
they have to
and
because like this is
Terrence,
they're not going to
Super,
stop. This game is going to sell so
Super
much. They're going to be like,
Artist,
yeah,
Street Fighter
more,
is just completely
more.
Romaji. They just translated it from Japanese to English without
Like
actually
people don't
translating
understand,
it.
like Street Fighter
So
5,
no
like
one
that
actually ever said
failed
the
on a
name
lot
of
of
her,
levels until it finally made its
attack,
money
and I said,
back.
this is
And
kind
it
of, this is not
was an initial
something that
success,
you want.
but
You
fan
want something
reaction
that
wasn't. And
people can
the
kind of
reason why they
attach
actually
to,
made
get
the money that
attached to the
they
name,
did back,
and
not just sales of the
especially
game,
with this new
they
commentary
put out
system, we
what's
want
called
people to
crossover
kind of
events,
call out
where
these
some
attack
of the
names so that
people in the
people get
game, some of the Street
this
Fighter
sort of
characters were
affinity
wearing
for it, and they start to
Resident
like
Evil
get
characters. Like
grow
Cammy
attached
got
to it.
Jill's outfit,
And that's kind of like the two
Furion
basic
got
goals,
Wesker's,
two high-level goals I had for
Cody
this
got a Virgil,
localization.
Ken
Tell us a
got
little bit more about
Dante,
the real-time
no
commentary
make
feature.
rise. So it was like those things are like what made people
about this,
really get into the game, and I taught them all too
I'll
because they were
admit
fucking
that I
amazing. They
was
looked great.
very against the idea, to be honest with you, because I just heard this and I just thought, no, we can't do it. And it's
All
not
hail
because I thought the
Tofu.
idea was
Oh my
bad.
God.
I just feel
Can we
I just
please
kind
bring
of like
Tofu back in
thought
some
about
way?
it for about a couple of seconds, and I thought about the scope of this. I play a lot of sports games, so I know like how they do the commentary in those games, and they always
Tofu for
spouse about,
Mercenaries.
oh, we
Please.
recorded like 50,000 lines. For Monster Hunter, we only
And
recorded
his like special mode is he just
5,000
like
lines.
consumes
So
the enemy. He
going,
just absorbs
making
them.
that huge
They
jump
disappear.
in like line count is just a huge mountain to scale. So I was kind of taken aback. But I kind of settled down, and we did go with the first person we did go with was Vicious. He's just as a person, he's just super reliable. He's he has a good attitude about everything. He's very good on the microphone. He's always looking to improve. I kind of made him like, okay, he's all these things because he's kind of like the Ryu of like commentators. And then if we're gonna have a Ryu as a commentator, we need a Ken counterpart. And there's no better counterpart to Vicious than Tasty C, because they work together on Street Fighter League. They actually work very well together, but they also have their just completely contrasting styles too. Vicious is very much, he sounds very professional, even when things get very excited in a match. But Tasty does not do that. He just goes nuts, right? And that's one of the things that I really wanted for these two choices.
Yeah, definitely a lot involved in that whole process, especially with the commentary system being a completely new thing for a Street Fighter game. Speaking of new things in Street Fighter 6, I do want to ask you about the World Tour mode and what it's like just helping craft a story mode for a Street Fighter game, and also a story mode where you can create your own character. What was that like? What was the experience like? Is there anything that was really challenging or memorable about the whole experience?
I mean, I think just the main challenging thing was just the scope of the whole mode is just gigantic. It's like a whole other game unto itself. Like in terms of just like how much we had to translate and record, this is actually bigger than a typical Monster Hunter game by a good margin. So it was very big in scope. One of the things that was really a pleasure to hear was that the main scenario writer was actually the creator of the Breath of Fire series. He's also worked on Dragon's Dogma as well. So we kind of had this confidence that this story is going to be good. It's going to be solid. We're going to have this good solid base to work on. I think the one challenge was having to characterize so many new characters, returning characters, and so you don't really know how they're supposed to talk. In terms of like fully fleshed out characters, so we kind of had to conceptualize that like on a basic level to make sure that we're getting something that's, different from all the other characters, but also really interesting at the same time.
It's always incredible just hearing like all the behind the scenes stuff about World Tour, and we've talked a lot about this, but like some of my favorite things that you guys did was the way like Ryu texts you. Amazing, hilarious, but also just like the tiny things, how like Li Fen says like "jie" to like Chun Li, just to keep that culture in there. It's fantastic. So thank you so much for like having so much of a detail-oriented approach to World Tour.
Yeah, thanks so much for joining us. This was awesome just to be able to hear about all this behind-the-scenes stuff in developing the game. Any closing comments for the Street Fighter and the Capcom fans out there that are getting ready for the showcase happening?
Yeah, I mean, Street Fighter 6 is out there. It's been released. We're still working on the game as always. I do want to hear, if anyone has any opinions about how the writing is and how the voices are. I've always been keeping track of that.
And again, Andrew, thanks for joining us, and to everybody for watching.
Sorry, we just wanted to be quiet while they were talking.
That's going to do it for our pre-show. Thanks to everybody for joining us, and thanks to our guests, Alex, Andrew, and Clev, for joining us for all these segments. It was really great to talk to everybody and show off your content. We do want to mention there is going to be a post-show, so please stick around for that after the main show, but we're getting close. Andy, any parting words that you want to say?
Yeah, if you guys have been paying attention, we've been wearing these Capcom hoodies. Ooh. If you guys want one yourself, go to the Capcom Amazon store. So with that, we'll see you guys later.
Get it, Peggy.
Now you can get it.
Dope. I probably will.
Yeah, sick. All right, 10 minutes to go, guys. Let's get that hype back in the chat. We were just, because I could tell some people were you're hearing them discuss things and we were discussing things, so we just decided whenever they're talking, we'll try to be quiet so that you don't got a million voices coming through. Once the event begins, obviously, we'll be quiet too. But now we got 10 minutes to just chat. We can catch up with you guys. There is a lot of people here that are excited for Street Fighter. And I think Tony brings them in. But what did you think about what they had to discuss? Is just kind of filler, or was there something to it?
I mean, they just like showing like how much love and dedication they really put in. Like they even said like they got the guy from Breath of Fire to work on like Dragon's Dogma and on Street Fighter 6, and like they really pulled out all the stops to make sure they didn't do what they did last time, because Street Fighter 5 was very esports focused, and unfortunately esports has a lot of influence on like fighting games these days, and they wanted to rush that stuff out, and that's why Street Fighter 5 launched in the abysmal state it was in. So they didn't want to repeat that. So they were just essentially showing how much they do care now, like how much they're not going to repeat the mistakes of the past. And I mean, we got a solid lineup. We've got an open world game that literally takes you about 30 hours to beat. And then there's more stuff to go back and do even after you beat it. And I assume from what I've been seeing lately, characters that get added to the game later on, you're going to be able to go meet them in the World Tour mode and become their student and learn their techniques, which that's great. They're going to keep doing this for the game. So I'm just really happy that they care that much about Street Fighter now, and they're not taking the cheap route out, or they're not letting, sponsors tell them what to do.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like Capcom does a good job with their creator community when it comes to Street Fighter. Like they always got events going on. They always got people joining them. So it's good to know that they're putting a lot more care into it. And I know you've talked with us before about your thoughts on 5. So it's good that this is a solid Street Fighter game. We got 1,600 people here, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you're just joining, the main event is beginning in 7 minutes. We're just going to chat with you guys here for a minute until it starts. And then we'll be watching it live in real time. And we appreciate you guys choosing to come here to the Residents of Evil to watch this showcase with us. So thank you guys very much. Gary with a £5 super chat. Thank you for that, Gary. He says, I wanted Resident Evil Code Veronica remake, but they should do Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil Code Veronica, and Resident Evil 5, because that's the complete Wesker trilogy. I think he has a point there. In my opinion, I think Resident Evil 1 remake that we have is perfect. But, if it was done properly in the RE engine, to kind of fit more in line with 2 and, the modern games, I'm not completely against it as long as it was exactly the same, just with the modern graphics and controls. You know what I mean? What do you guys think about that?
I'm in agreement with that too. I feel that you really can't mess with these things.
Yeah. How about you, Beg?
Yeah, I don't really think they should prioritize that, just because so many iterations, of this story, retelling it, having different canons and continuities. I think that they should just keep moving forward, and they have plenty of prior entries, Code Veronica, fleshing that out, maybe even something with ties to other titles, Umbrella Chronicles, that can really fill in the new continuity on Wesker, I think that will suffice. I don't think that we need like a remake, you know?
Fair
I think
enough.
it's like a bit much, yeah.
Fair enough, yeah. I'm going to end the poll here. We did put a poll out. What Capcom remake would you like to see next? We had Code Veronica, Outbreak, 5, and Dino Crisis. I only added those ones because they seem to be the most popular titles I see pop up when I ask. But we're going to end it right now. And I got to say, man, I'm a little surprised. Code Veronica like took the lead by a long shot. Right? Oh, we got a trailer here. What's this going to be for?
Wait, what?
Okay. Somebody's running around, getting me all motion sick. Oh, there's a dragon on that building. Get that damn dragon out of here. Put that dragon there.
Raphios, yeah, it's Monster.
Gigantic. Capcom. Giving you
it's
best
mobile.
Mobile gaming, baby. Like dragons and raptors.
Now, I'll say this. At least they're still making Monster Hunter games and like on handhelds and consoles. So I don't mind it coming to mobile because they're still focusing on the majority of where it should be, consoles. So
yeah. They always try to, they try to cash in on that mobile success that a lot of companies have, but as long as they're focused first and foremost on like their main consoles, it's probably like beneficial. So right now what this is doing, I just turned it down because really honestly, this is just going through all of the announcements and trailers they have already showcased. They're filling time. We got 4 minutes left. Event's beginning soon, guys, so get ready, buckle up. And I just turned it down so we can chat over this. But we do got some more support in the chat, so thank you for that, guys. We got Jericho J Says with a $2 super chat. Thank you, Jericho. RE4 DLC going to have RE3 Clock Tower and Gravedigger. Could you imagine, dude, if Capcom's like, oh yeah, by the way, we're going to go back and add in the content that you all were missing so much.
It's just in Kajuju, like in the village. It's just there, a clock tower.
Oh god, that'd be so random. But it's here. Yeah, no, that I would remake 3 again. No, I know a lot of people love it, and that's good. It would be cool to see that added sometime. We got Kamikaze with a $5 super chat. Thank you for that, Kamikaze. It says, give me RE0 through 1 remake. Code Veronica isn't needed to play RE5 remake to know the story. So there's an opinion that some people have that I think is a hot take, maybe, because I personally would love to see a Code Veronica remake. But what do you guys think about that? Do you think Code Veronica isn't necessary to play Resident Evil 5 to know the story?
Not necessarily, but there's still that like hatred between Wesker and Chris that started kind of in Code Veronica. Like, it picks up from there. Like, how much he hates him now and stuff,
Adds to it.
I think there's ways to add to Code Veronica. Also, I just saw like what they're showing here. They're doing cloud versions of the remakes on Switch, and I don't think that's going to be good.
Yeah, no, I've heard some loading times and some sluggish slag. Yeah, I don't know if the internet is. There's a lot of good internet out there, but I don't know if it's like the majority of people have internet good enough to handle games online. Like I've tried a few, and like they buffer and they have pixelation and stuff.
Yeah, so that's rough, man.
What do you think about that, Beggy? Do you think that Code Veronica isn't necessary to know the story between 4 and 5?
It's certainly not necessary, but I think it's extremely additive because there's a lot of Wesker's identity that needs to be established from his initial revival, to grant that file that you pick up in RE1 Remake meaning about the prototype virus and the abilities of superhuman strength, speed, regeneration, all of these things that he's capable of, and have that be tied, more overtly to one entry, and then have him appear in RE5 as a sort of final boss. You see a greater, you see one more iteration of Wesker's evolution from someone that initially just wanted to collect and sell combat data to someone who wanted to steal T. Veronica and then sell the samples and such, to someone in 5 who is this like ultimate Resident Evil villain. It's like the ultimate vice of everything around eugenics and artificial selection. So there's so much in Code Veronica that would add to it.
I agree. Again, well said. I think, it just sets up the characters and it builds more. I think Resident Evil, the story is, what it is, but there's a lot to the characters. You become attached to these characters. You want to see them on their journey. You want to see their success, their failures, and be with them through it. And just to see things in Code Veronica, like I said, like Chris and Claire, that moment is so awesome to see them finally reunite. And then just to see like the return of Albert Wesker and just how he really, really kind of manhandles Chris in that game, and that leads into Chris as a character, you know, going into 5, you know, why he is the way he is, you know. And I just I think it's important. It's like you said, necessary, maybe not, but I think it's, you know, for their characters, it's important.
It's sort of like it triggers Chris into this heroic power-up mode where he needs to go into this rigorous training and become a giant chimpy thing.
It explains
and
the guns.
be strong. Yeah, and
chimpy,
like
yeah.
and
No, 100%. I always said that. Yeah, like that's why he's got to just be the best he can possibly be. We got Gary with a £5 super chat. Thank you again, Gary. Don't know if you like the original Alan Wake or not, but the second game looks more like modern Resident Evil. I seen that, and that looks great. I enjoyed the first one for what it was. I thought its story was really unique and interesting. The combat got a little repetitive for me, but I am excited for Alan Wake 2, and I am going to be going back and playing Alan Wake before 2 comes out. So, yeah, looking forward to that. And then Itman with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Itman. A Hunk game would be cool. My favorite character. A lot of people have said that. A lot of people would like Hunk. You know, we'll have to wait and see, but I think if done properly, it could be done right. But the event is starting now. Guys, let's get that hype in the chat. Here we go. It's time now. We got 2,000 people here, guys. Thank you so much for coming by. If you enjoy this, hit that like button. See how high we can get it tonight, and let's hope for some good showcase.
Well, we already hit what you wanted, over 700. So.
You guys killed it. Thank you for that. It helps our channel a ton. We appreciate it. Here we go.
All right. Show me the good stuff. Boo!
I love that intro, dude.
I love that.
Hello,
That's a good
everyone.
intro.
Welcome to the Capcom Showcase. Before we get started, we'd like to share that June 11th, 2023 marked Capcom's 40th anniversary.
Yep.
That's crazy.
A big thanks to everyone for playing our games. It's thanks to our amazing fans that we can celebrate such a milestone. We look forward to creating many more games in the years to come, and we hope that you'll continue to enjoy them.
Give us merch for 40 years. Give us a shirt.
Now it's time to show off our latest titles at the Capcom Showcase. Stay tuned until the end so you don't miss anything. Let's take a look at this video.
Oh yeah, this got announced the other day, and I didn't even know it was a Capcom game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
looks pretty cool.
Yeah, they announced it during the Xbox conference.
Interesting.
Everybody thought it was like Onimusha at first, and they got happy, then they got sad.
Same.
Kind of trippy, man.
Right? It's like a kaleidoscope.
Yeah. Again, we got samurais. All right.
As you can see why a lot of people thought this was Onimusha.
Dude, I would have guessed Onimusha too.
If he turned into an Oni, it would have been it.
Yeah.
He's doing other stuff though.
Isn't it funny though? They give us games that are so similar to ones that we want, but they're like different. Like Exoprimal is like Regina, right? But it's not. Dinosaurs, but it's not. Now this Onimusha, but it's not. Some interesting art design in this.
I will say it is. It does. It literally gives off Onimusha vibes though, and a little bit of Devil May Cry as well. You played DMC5 recently. You can see how it looks like that, JJ.
Yeah. No, I really enjoyed Devil May Cry 5 from the bit Corey and I played. I actually liked it a lot more than I thought I was going to. All right, Arab. Nice. Tell the support in the chat, guys. Thank you very much for that. We'll read that once the event wraps. We'll come back through and read all the support. So thank you guys for that. Path of the Goddess.
Yeah, it looks interesting. I feel it's gonna be like maybe like not like a $70 game. I think it's like a smaller title that they've worked on. So
traditional Japanese aesthetics come to life through the power of RE Engine.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
They're using that for everything now.
And action
It's the Reach for the Moon
tale.
engine. It's their engine for all their new games.
Yet unsettling world of mystery awaits in Kunitsugami, Path of the Goddess. coming to Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, Windows, PlayStation 5, and Steam.
Yay, Steam!
All right. What do you guys think of that in the chat?
Mega
Got me
Man
hooked. I'm
X
sold.
Dive Offline
Here
is
you go,
coming
Tony,
to
Mega
Steam,
Man.
iOS, and Android.
Oh, it's
Oh, wait.
mobile.
They just shut this down, or they're shutting it down soon.
Really? Oh, it's a world premiere?
Yeah. You know, like, well, the online aspect of it. Let's. Ooh.
The Deep Log, which holds collected memories of the Mega Man X series, is under attack.
Oh, they're redoing the art for a lot of the old bosses.
Dive into
Fuck
cyberspace
yeah, dude.
using hunter programs to recover data before it's too late.
Oh my god, that Stigma art is
Play as
sick.
Mega Man X and other characters from the Mega Man franchise, including characters that haven't been playable before.
Oh shit, they got Proto Man in there.
Level up your favorite characters and equipment to create a powerful hunter. Power up your weapons and more to customize your character however you want.
I like it. I never really
Mega
looked into
Man
this
X
game at all.
Dive
But
Yeah.
Offline.
it's not like it's a phone game, so I don't really care too much about
Control
phone
and
games.
develop
I'm not
over
big on mobile
100 different
gaming.
characters. Play as a variety of characters, including new heroes created for Mega Man X Dive. Complete
I know.
stages and use
I think
element
it was
medals
like
to
they did
recover
a
memory
crossover
pieces.
where they did a
Then
Mega Man
analyze
X
recovered memories to unlock
Devil May
characters.
Cry one where X got like a armor like Dante, and Zero got one for Virgil because of the swords and
There
stuff.
are more than
That's pretty
900 stages to play. Challenging mechanics and enemies await on classic and new stages. You're
A
bound
lot
to
of
clash
these
with
enemies are
familiar
from
bosses
X7,
the
I'm
past.
noticing.
Yep,
Build
some
the
from the
ultimate
X1.
hunter and save the Deep Log from total destruction.
I have
Those
so
are
much
new-
nostalgia for X7.
All right, next up. Offline. You're right, they did shut it
Mega
down.
Man X Dive Offline launches in 2023.
Oh, it's gonna be on Steam. Oh shit!
Oh, yeah.
I guess I'll have to stream that.
There you go.
As long as they don't ask me to pay money for
Now,
like cards and
here's the
upgrades.
Capcom Spotlight Corner.
All right, what's in the corner?
A new era of fighting
Street Fighter
games
6.
is upon us. Street Fighter 6 launched on June 2nd. It's already received an enthusiastic welcome from fighting game fans around the world. Street Fighter 6 includes World Tour, an expansive single-player story mode. Fighting Ground, the core fighting game experience made even more accessible. And Battle Hub, a social space
Yeah, you
where
remember this
players
place,
from
JJ.
around the
Battle
world
Hub's
can
fun.
compete
I like
and
that,
hang
yeah.
out. These are the game's 3 main modes. In addition, we're planning to release new fighters and content.
I gotta
so you
admit
can
that
enjoy the
DLC
game for a long time to come.
that they're planning for the characters is weak. A lot of those characters should have been included
In the main
at
game.
launch.
Street
Yeah.
Fighter
Yeah,
6 is out
like, it
now
just-
for
they're
PlayStation
not,
5,
like, they're not, like,
PlayStation
must-have
4,
characters, except
Xbox
for, like,
Series
Akuma.
X, Xbox
Okay.
Series S, and Steam.
He's the only one I know
Don't
of.
miss it.
All right,
I'm
what do we
not
got
really
next? Let's get that Resident Evil hype in the chat. Oh, so more Street Fighter.
Or
We also have an announcement for Capcom Pro Tour 2023. This year's Capcom Pro Tour will feature Street Fighter 6, the newest entry in the series.
figured it would. That's a given.
Yeah.
Players from around the world will compete in regional matches and battle to be this year's champion.
Man, I really hope they show some good
To
stuff on
celebrate the
Resident Evil
launch of
4.
Street Fighter 6.
Oh, I hope so.
this
That's
year,
definitely
we
gonna be
have
the
our
last thing
largest
they show, I
prize
feel.
pool ever.
Yeah.
I'm
The total
saving it
prize
now.
pool for Capcom Pro Tour is over $2 million.
Tony, get in that and win the
with
roast
$1
some money so we
million
can build the
going to
actual
first
mansion.
place.
Dude, seriously,
Capcom
I
Pro
thought
Tour
about like
2023
entering that, but
will
like
feature
I
3
would
types of
never get
tournaments.
past the preliminaries.
On
No,
I
you
would get
wouldn't with
knocked
that
out.
attitude.
Offline premieres.
No, I
and
just know
World
my
Warriors.
limits.
The winners of each
Like my
tournament
buddy who's
will advance to
like
the
he's
World Finals
champion
at
level, like he's
Capcom
won
Cup
tournaments
10.
and stuff.
Yeah.
He went to Evo one year and his first
Stay
match
tuned
was
to see
against
which
Justin
player will
Wong, who's
crush
like the best Street
competition
Fighter
and
player
take
ever.
home this year's
He got
championship.
Scary.
he got ruined.
Next,
It's all a
we have
mind
news
game,
about
man.
Street Fighter League Pro JP
Wait, he's a monster
2023.
at like every fighting game that exists,
In
pretty
Street
much.
Fighter League, the world's
Yes.
top players form teams of 4 and compete in official Capcom Team League matches. We have the largest number of teams ever. The opening match will be held on July 7th.
Yeah,
and will
$1
be streamed
million.
live on the
Like even
Capcom
Evo
Fighters
doesn't have
JP
that
channel
much of
on
a
YouTube and Twitch.
prize pot. $1 million is the highest they've ever.
Don't
Like most of the
forget
time
about
when you go to
Street Fighter
Evo,
League
you win
World
maybe like
Championship
20
2023.
grand if you hit first place.
The
Wow,
US and
that's
European leagues
huge.
will determine the teams that
Huge
will go on
difference.
to compete
I mean,
in the World
yeah, it's like
Championship.
20 grand's nice, but like paying for a flight,
Yeah.
the hotel, and everything, like it doesn't leave you.
Oh,
with
here we
much.
go.
Get
How about
up close and
sponsorships?
personal
Ooh.
with Resident
Oh,
Evil
VR.
4 on PlayStation
Yeah, I was hoping to see
5.
some gameplay for this.
The game's main story will be playable in VR with PlayStation VR 2. Thanks to the power of PlayStation VR 2, you'll be able to experience an even more immersive version of the game. Take aim as you fight to survive.
Oh, they don't have the
RE4's
floating hands
cutting-edge
anymore.
knife
Yeah.
action is a core part of the game, and the PlayStation VR 2 Sense controller makes parrying even more intuitive.
Interesting.
Experience extreme
Show me the
survival
parry.
horror firsthand.
Oh,
Yeah, that's gonna be intense,
fun.
man.
Evil 4 VR
Fun.
mode is a free DLC exclusive to PlayStation VR 2.
gotta give them credit for that, making it free.
That's nothing
pretty
new
good.
though. We already seen that teaser. I was hoping for some new gameplay. Oh, there's
Now
your
on to the
Pragmata.
next game in today's
Oh,
lineup.
okay, here we go.
Crap, man, I was hoping for some new gameplay for that. All right, tell me how this goes. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Interesting.
Up you go.
She looks like Rose.
Sorry, kiddo. We still got a ways to go.
Say. Oh no, a delay. Oh shit, finally some gameplay. All right, so is that going to be a co-op game? Like the two of you work together, kind of like a Resident Evil Revelations thing, like a Barry and Natalia thing?
It does kind of look like that, yeah.
Postpone the release of Pragmata. Our team is currently hard at work at making the game the best possible, but we need more time. We will continue to do our best to ensure the final product. Okay, well that's okay. I
So it's
mean,
gonna be
we
a
don't want
while.
them to
Almost
rush
time
games.
for Ghost
Yeah,
Trick.
we don't want them to rush games.
Here's the latest on the game.
Oh man,
this game.
so far I ain't feeling the showcase, dude.
Yeah. I
Hello,
mean, I kind of
everyone.
figured it was going to be
I'm
some
Shutaku, the
lows,
original
but I'm
creator
waiting
of
for the
Ghost
highs to
Trick.
kick in.
Yeah.
It's almost time for the game's release, and I can't wait for you to play.
Sorry, I'm refreshing it so it's better quality.
But first, let's get started with this.
World premiere.
People said this was on the this Ghost Trick game was on the DS, but I don't remember ever hearing it.
Yeah, I never heard of this one before. He's ass up, dude. Ass out, ass up. What? Don't you dare shoot that doggy. How could you?
The demo for Ghost Trick is available now for download.
All right.
The story stars a lonely spirit
Stream
named
it.
Cecil. In the course of solving his own murder, he will meet and change the lives of all sorts of people in all sorts of situations. Things may seem unrelated at first, but each person plays a vital role in Cecil's story. And together, their stories will lead him to one ultimate truth. So think of the demo as a doorway, inviting you into a great big mystery. It's been 30 years since we made the original game. And just like Cecil, I met many new people.
30
and there were
years?
many
Really?
miracles
What
that
the
occurred
fuck? Was this
during
on the
the
NES?
experiment. I have no doubt
gotta look this
these
up.
experiences are what shaped Ghost Trick into the unforgettable game it is.
So far, everything we've
To
seen at this
team
showcase is
developing
stuff
it
we've
for
already
this
known.
game, and all
Yeah.
the fans have shown so much love towards it. I'm so grateful to all of you. I'm thrilled that through this rebirth, Ghost Trick will be available to so many more people around the world. Now, to wait for its release. And one more thing. I practiced very, very hard for 2 weeks for this appearance. So, should we meet someday, it will make me very happy if it could speak in Japanese.
That's cool.
I'm digging the art style. There's a couple artists that I follow that have that style.
I do like that.
Be kind of interesting for like a rogue
From the
comic
creator
book
of the
or
Ace
something like
Attorney
that.
series, Shu Takumi, this classic mystery game is being reborn.
Shout out to the Road Force moderators.
A man named
Guys,
Sissel
we do have
loses both
moderators
his
here.
memory and
Thank you
his
to
life.
the moderators for
Using
keeping
the
order
powers
in the
of
chat.
dead, he tries to solve the mystery of his own death. The only clue he has is a red-headed detective. A night of mystery begins anew. A rookie detective, brimming with a sense of justice. She too is being
Definitely is
targeted,
from the person
and
who made
Sissel
it,
witnesses her
Phoenix
death.
Wright game.
Yeah.
Who was I? Why was I killed? Who killed me?
Is that Albert Wesker?
And what does it mean that I was given these powers of the dead? Use the powers of the dead to possess and trick items. The controls are easy. Connect Sissel's glowing blue soul to the core of objects to possess them. Possess the tire. Possess the bowl. Possess the star ornament. You can then trick the objects you possess. Trick the guitar to play.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
What will
Different,
happen when you trick the cart? Trick the door to open it. Possessing and tricking objects will let you access new areas. Sissel can go back 4 minutes before someone's death. What happened before her murder? Those clues are hidden in the past.
Nifty little
Follow
game,
past
honestly.
events in real time.
It doesn't really give me like super
limit,
Capcom
however,
vibes,
is
but I
4
dig it.
Help people avoid near-death
Oh,
predicaments
just blasted a
and
bike
change their fates.
with the dome splitter.
Sissel will face death in many forms. Changing their fates will change the story. And that story must be linked in some way to the mystery of Sissel's death. Ghost Trick, launching on June 30th, 2023.
Okay. Detective
Demo
game.
version available now.
Grab
Don't
on
miss
Steam.
the pre-order bonuses. See the official website for details.
Well, at least there's still a physical game.
Yeah.
See how many games are
show
coming
me
out now that don't
something.
have any-
Show me something big, man.
Now on to the next game in today's lineup.
It's got to be Dragon's Dogma now.
Oh, it's a world premiere.
Then it might not be.
Something new. Oh, Ace Attorney. Come on, dude.
These are surprisingly very popular.
That's what I've heard, yeah. All right. I still got height. It's not as high as it was, but I still got height. Something's coming.
I know these are your favorite types of games, JJ.
Yes,
Wait,
secretly
can you-
is my favorite type of game. I did take work off for this, so I really hope there's something good they're gonna show.
When that guy was talking about Ghost Trick, you were just like sweating and like, hands trembling.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, I've met a lot of people who love these games, but they don't play other Capcom games. It's one of the few times I've really met people that are, not Capcom fans, but they'll play this for whatever reason. Somehow it's just watching.
Yeah.
I see that too. Yeah.
See, like, Antoine, I love Ace Attorney. There's a lot of people in here that do love these games.
Oh, so it's just the trilogy. Early 2024. Oh, okay. So yeah, you can play all those the Apollo Justice ones. That's
thought
yeah,
they
'cause I think they
already
did
In
that
Ace
for
Attorney,
Ace Attorney.
players serve as
4.
lawyers for the
I
falsely
could have swore
accused.
they showed this already.
Battle for justice in the courtroom and uncover the truth. Now, the 4th, 5th, and 6th mainline Ace Attorney games are being brought together to share the story of Apollo Justice and his allies in the dark age of the law. On Nintendo Switch,
I wish actual
PlayStation
lawyers
4,
were this
Xbox
dramatic
One,
and flamboyant.
Windows, and Steam.
That'd be awesome.
The colorful characters
It'd
and
make going to
courtroom
court a lot
drama
more
of
fun,
each
even if you're
game
going
have
for
been
murder.
litigated in beautiful full HD. Available in 7 languages.
I mean, I will
Japanese,
say that at
English,
least Capcom
French,
like
German,
working on these remasters and
Korean,
stuff. They
and
really do
traditional
care.
and simplified Chinese.
Like, they're making these things
We've also
graphically
added
look
voice
amazing.
recordings
And
for the new
to be
languages.
fair, these games, even on the Game Boy
We're
Advance
sure
when they
there's
first
no
started coming out, they
objection
were really
to
good
everything
even back
included
then.
in this collection. Apollo
Capcom
Justice,
had a way
Ace
with
Attorney
sprite work
trilogy
back
is
in the day
currently
that
in
was
development for
unparalleled
release
to
in
anybody
early
else in the industry.
2024. Please look forward to more
I
information
love the
about this
beat-em-ups
collection in the
especially.
future.
Okay. Oh god,
All
yeah.
right. Now let's get some big news. What are we moving on to? Dino
Next,
Crisis?
we have some Capcom news to
All
share.
right.
The news. Hooking into my veins.
Over the 40th
This
anniversary.
month marks Capcom's 40th anniversary. As part of the celebration, we've opened a digital theme park called Capcom
Oh, I remember
Town.
this. They talked about it a while back.
There's Jill.
Take a stroll
Some
through the
zombies.
museum to view original artwork.
I was
and other
hoping for like a
materials from
Resident
various
Evil
titles
original
on display.
trilogy remaster.
Still get it.
You can even play a few of Capcom's beloved
pretty cool,
classics
though.
for free.
There it is. Final fight.
Oh wow.
Head on over to the castle to cast your vote in the Capcom elections. Participants
Nice.
will receive a special reward, so don't miss out.
Oh. I guess I'm gonna have
We
to do
can't
that
wait
now.
for everyone to enjoy these attractions,
Ghosts and Goblins type shit right here.
Yeah.
along with the many other fun experiences we've prepared at
I'm definitely gonna check that out.
A Capcom ID account is required to play Resident Evil RE Verse, our new upcoming title Exoprimal, and to use the online features of Street Fighter 6. You can also
I hate
use
when they
this
do that
account with
stupid
other
ID
Capcom
stuff,
services
honestly.
and campaigns, such as a survey about today's Capcom showcase.
It ain't over yet, is it?
We'll release more
There's
titles
no
and
way
services
so. They
compatible
promised they
with
talked about
Capcom
Dragon
ID soon.
Dogma.
Register now for Capcom ID.
No, we still got some time left.
Now for the latest on
Okay.
Exoprimal ahead of
Okay.
next month's launch.
If everybody that's on the fence about this, you can
Hello,
actually
everyone.
get this on Game Pass
I'm
for free when it
Takano
comes out.
Hidoko, the director of Exoprimal. I'm excited to share the latest Exoprimal news with you all. But first, let's check out this video.
Hello? Thought I heard activity on this frequency.
Regina!
Hello?
I
My
wish.
name is Garrett Silence.
Basically, the IB's godfather. He was responsible for the entire Exosuit project.
You know, Anchor Division, I assume?
Exosuits were developed right here.
I need exosuits.
Just hoping they're saving the best for last.
We need access to the past. All
Thank you for that.
ID is just waiting to be picked up back in 2040. Intact and hot off the presses. The access codes to override Leviathan. You can shut it down. The whole thing.
So it's literally a Skynet thing, pretty much. Skynet with dinosaurs.
Heisel.
The fuel of the future.
All this time, Heisel is a side effect of time travel? Did they just juice it out of dead
There's a lot of
dinosaurs?
elements from Dino Crisis
Yeah.
in real
At
life.
least we know
The
Time
energy
travel.
source is time travel, yeah.
They got the Dino Crisis, they got,
Lozor in the
I'm even getting Lost Planet vibes off of this, too.
Neos.
A little, yeah.
I mean, look at this. It's a walking glob of stuff.
Get me a platform. Oh, he's fucked.
No,
I promise you this.
this ain't the last
We'll
one.
find a way out of here. All Anchor project files have serial numbers. Look for anything starting with 181. That's the project code for Leviathan's core.
Okay, Doc.
Oh, gentlemen, I didn't get your names.
Golos, the Hammerheads.
Well done. You fought desperately and survived.
I thought that everybody's name was gonna get released, and the girl goes last, her name's Christina.
Maybe a slap in the face so if it wasn't actually Dino Crisis.
Summoning
God, right?
Neo T-Rex swarm. This is all helping to make a better exosuit.
Good hunting, Ace.
You gotta admit, the suit up's kind of Iron Man like. I'm digging it.
Yeah.
I'm
All right,
I'm
best
willing to
for
give it a
last.
shot because I have Game Pass, so I'm willing to give it a shot.
My most exciting combat project, the Savage Gauntlet.
Okay.
July 14th. Jeez, man, it's less than a little over a month away. Holy crap!
Yeah, I've been seeing like promos and showcases about this game for some time. It's really close.
I think pretty much
Like-
everything they've shown is kind of, aside from that gameplay, everything we've already seen.
It's honestly true. Yeah. Oh, there's a survival pass. Here it goes.
Oh god.
That's why I'm playing it on Game Pass.
What did you think? That was a lot of new info. Before we dive in, I'd like to give a huge thanks to all the players who participated in the open beta test back in March. We were extremely pleased to have so many participants. Plus, you gave us a lot of invaluable feedback. We can't thank you enough. While only portions of the Dino Survival content were made available for the open beta test, today we'll be introducing more content included in the full game. Let's take a look at what you can expect when Exoprimal launches on July 14th. Let's start with the story.
Hope we get like a
Ace,
full
the
demo
game's
that we can all play.
protagonist, is transported
Yeah.
to the year 2040 and forced to participate in a never-ending series of war games. The story unfolds as you play through Dino Survival, the game's main mode, gathering intel to update the analysis
Dino
map,
Survival.
unravels the
Really?
mysteries
Come on,
surrounding
man!
Parallel worlds and the AI entity known as Leviathan. At times, players will also engage in special boss battles as part of the main story. Dino Survival mode will also change as the story progresses. You'll unlock new missions with a variety of objectives, including 10-player co-op, a multitude of dinosaurs to fight, and more maps. The game will also feature an assortment of unlockables and challenges.
The event has 10 minutes left, so
Modules can be used
So there's
to
still
enhance
a good
exosuits
chance we're gonna
and
see
modify
something
active skills. These modules
big.
can be obtained by fulfilling certain conditions while you play the game.
Like,
You can
I
also
get like a lot of
personalize
these
your appearance
companies
with
have to
a
have these
variety of
showcases, and I do
cosmetics,
appreciate they
such
put
as
them out there
exosuit
if they want their
skins, weapon
games to get
skins,
noticed.
decals,
But you can
and
also
emotes.
just
The
put
game
the
also features a
stuff out there on
special
your social media and
5-player
actually
mission
do it.
that
Because
changes
Capcom
weekly.
really doesn't
Compete with squads
utilize
from
their
around
social
the
media
world
and have
for
it
the
in
fastest
years.
completion times, or by earning awards through
I think it
achievements,
depends on
like
the
most
franchise
damage
because I
blocked
do
with a
see a
tank
lot
suit
on
in
like
battle.
engagement with like RE games.
Yeah.
There are many
and like
ways to
different
enjoy the game, even
questions, little
after completing
anniversary
the main
things.
story.
Other franchises, I'm not really that familiar if they do or not.
We took
They
the
really
feedback
don't.
into
Like, trust me,
consideration
like
as well.
even Resident
In the
Evil, yeah,
full version
Resident
of
Evil gets like
Exoprimal,
RE
we plan to
games and
implement
stuff,
a mode
but
where victory is determined by
Capcom themselves
completing
directly on
missions
their
as
Twitters and
quickly
stuff,
as
they
possible,
kind of keep that
instead
stuff
of
clean
direct
from
combat
any
with other players.
games, unless
We
they're
hope you look
sales
forward
for the
to
most
that.
part. It's something
Now,
that I've
let's
always
go
been
over
really
all
critical
the new
about for them for
info
years
just
because I
on
see other companies out there that'll share people's cosplays or share people's
Who was that
artwork
new
and
face
get
at the
hyped for
beginning?
games and stuff, and people they would even
Meet
share people's
Dr.
YouTube
Science,
videos in other companies.
the developer of the exosuits.
They kind of did the art
And
stuff
the
at the
head of
beginning of the
Anchor Division.
showcase.
Yeah, a
IBS's
little bit.
elite research group based on Bikitoa Island.
Dino Crisis, man.
The Stratovator, a space elevator that extends from the Anchor Division research facility into orbit, will also be a playable map. Incredible battles will
God.
unfold while exofighters and dinosaurs clash atop this massive space elevator. Players will even encounter dangerous mutations of dinosaurs, known as neosaurs. The most deadly among them
It's just like
being
I
the
took
Neo
work off for
T-Rex.
this.
No, it's
You'll
okay.
need to work
People are
together
excited for
with
it.
your
That's
team
good.
to stand a chance.
Yeah,
of
no,
taking
I mean, like I
them
said,
down.
I'm gonna give this a shot
Oh,
as
no.
much as I
Is that a
wish it
swarm
was
of
Dino
Neo
Crisis,
T-Rexes?
but man, we don't
What are
want
Leviathan's true
Capcom to
intentions?
fail at certain things because we don't want them to go back to what almost happened to them
Wait,
before.
what's the
but
deal with this new
I
exosuit?
just want more, you know,
While it may look
direction,
similar
like
to
what
Deadeye,
fans want.
this exosuit is a variant called Deadeye
Except
Alpha
Resident Evil,
Burst Fighter.
they've done that. And,
Unlike the
and I think if
default
they just
Deadeye,
look at what they
this
did with
variant
Resident Evil
comes
Pilot
equipped
and
with
other
a weapon that
franchises,
can burst fire
those will be
or be
successful
used as a
too.
shotgun.
That
allowing
just takes a
exofighters
lot
to
of
change their
talent
style of play.
and planning and effort. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it does.
Exosuit
But think about it.
including
Monster
Deadeye
Hunter,
Alpha, will be
outside of
added in a
Japan,
title update
nobody
following
knew
the
what
full
that was
version's release.
for years.
Mm.
And then they put effort
At the end of the
into
video, we
advertising
revealed
it
Savage
and
Gauntlet,
putting some good
a
people
mode
to
that
work
lets you
on it.
take on special 5-player missions that change weekly. In this mode, players can enjoy a change of pace from Dino Survival by competing against exofighters from all over the world for the fastest completion time. More info about exosuit variants and Savage Gauntlet will be revealed at the Xbox Games Showcase Extended. Be sure to tune in. And last but not least, we're excited to announce that we'll be holding a second open beta test. This time, we're including additional story-related missions, 10-player co-op missions, and other adjustments based on everyone's feedback. Check out the official website for dates and times.
Not bad.
We hope you're all excited to try out this new content. Players will also receive a new reward for participating. Don't miss out. We'll continue to make adjustments to Exoprimal, leading up to the game's launch on July 14th. Thank you again for all the feedback. We look forward to seeing you in the second open beta test. That's all we have for you today.
What? That's all you have for us today.
See you in the War Games. It's going to be
Okay,
a
yeah, I was
ton
gonna
of fun.
say, like,
Not Capcom in general, I hope.
yeah, no, they did announce Dragon's Dogma. So
Next
there it
up,
is.
Dragon's
Dogma. We'll be showing off
There's
today.
one more after it.
Come on.
Hi everyone, my name is Hideaki Itsuno, and I'm the
Itsuno!
director of Dragon's Dogma 2. It's been over a year since we celebrated 10 years of Dragon's Dogma, and I can finally give you some more information about the new game. First, let's take a look at the trailer we revealed the other day.
Hop. What is that? Okay, this needs to stop. Oh my god. Sorry about that, guys. Somebody was spamming a server. I just left.
You protected me from the dragon's flames.
You need only believe in your own destiny, Arisen.
Of course, that begs the question. If he's a mere mummer, then where might our true Arisen?
Empress Nadinia's life is in your hands, Sir Arisen.
Praise be, for only
I
the
did.
Sovereign's guidance can lead us true. Long live the Sovereign of Vermont!
I did. It's muted. This looks fun.
Yeah, like, it looks great. Like, I'm actually really impressed, like, graphically. But they didn't really, like, half-ass it.
Yeah.
Again, RE Engine.
Yeah.
But it doth not release thee from thy
I really want to play the prequel and then play this because I still
hell
have to.
yeah.
Yeah, looks great.
I'm gonna go through and play this shit.
Itsuno can make me play like whatever. I feel like.
Well, he's good at what he does.
Yeah.
What did you think? The action RPG game Dragon's Dogma was released in 2012. Now, a decade later, I'm proud to share a look at the highly anticipated sequel, Dragon's Dogma 2. Today I want to talk about two characteristics that Dragon's Dogma 2 will inherit from its predecessor.
All right.
First, Dragon's Dogma 2 will be a single-player game, but with pawns at your side, it will feel like co-op.
Damn it.
And second, gameplay will feature action role-playing mechanics set in an open-world environment. In the Dragon's Dogma series, you embark on your adventures with pawns, otherworldly beings controlled by AI. Alongside the player-controlled Arisen, you can embark on your journey with a main pawn that can be customized to your liking, as well as up to 2 additional support pawns you can borrow from other players. To form
Oh,
a
okay, so
party
they're
of up
still
to
doing
4
that.
characters.
So, like, Proxy and Beggy can
Pawns are
make a
controlled
pawn, and
by
I
the
can
AI,
take that pawn
and
into
are
my
now
game.
capable
All
of
right.
even
That would be
more
so
precise
fun.
decisions than in the previous title, helping you in the midst of battle.
Just want to say thank you guys. Over
They can also
3,000
help
people
guide
here.
you to
That's
new
incredible.
locations.
Appreciate you.
Or give you a high five following a successful battle. It really feels like playing in a party with other players. Dragon's Dogma 2 is built with the RE engine, resulting in a dense world woven with high graphical fidelity. You'll enjoy a world roughly 4 times the size of the original Dragon's Dogma, with
Oh,
more to
fuck
experience
no.
than ever
Wow.
before. The characters and monsters that populate the world are given
fast
life
travel. They
thanks
didn't
to
have
the
that
power of
last
AI.
game, really.
Oh.
And players will feel like they've been reborn in this vibrant fantasy
There
world.
was one, but
you can look
I'll
forward
explain
to a
later.
variety of vocations to choose from. Your vocation will shape your Arisen's role throughout the adventure. Will you take on enemies with swords? Magic? It's all up to you. We'll have much more to share
Okay,
in the
we got
future.
2 more minutes, guys.
But for now, I want to go over a few sections from the trailer that show what we've improved for Dragon's Dogma 2. This
I'm
game
actually
is
loving the
designed to
tone
enable
of
players to
both
take on
this
situations
and
in their own way.
I'm not into
In
Final
addition
Fantasy
to
really,
AI,
but 16.
advanced
I'm
technology
interested.
like immersive
I'm really
physics
interested.
brings pawns, monsters, and NPCs to life. What would happen if you destroyed that bridge, or if you pulled that monster's leg? What other exciting possibilities can you think of?
That's cool.
Meet 2 characters pivotal to the story that also appear in the game's key art. Ulrika, a bow wielder with a deep connection to the Arisen, and Nadinia, a high priestess of the Beast Ring, which appear in the series for the first time.
Temporarily
What
died.
destiny awaits? How will they affect your fate? The intricate relationships and situations you will encounter in the game are sure to keep you on your toes. During your adventure, you will come across familiar monsters from the previous game, as well as new monsters such as Medusa. You can look forward to new player vocations and many new experiences unique to Dragon's Dogma 2. Please
Well,
stay
the
tuned
first
for
one was
more
really
information.
inventive, so I believe him with this.
Thank you so much for tuning in.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I feel you, dude.
Oh, man. I mean, it looks cool, right? I just don't know if I would have took off work to watch it.
Right?
We'll see, though. We might have another minute.
Dragon's Dogma 2 will be available on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, Xbox
Oh,
Series
this
S,
seems like a
and Steam.
recap. We'll see.
Probably.
And now, a quick look at the Capcom 40th Anniversary Sale.
I mean, even, I'll be happy with a tease of the DLC.
Such as Dragon's Dogma and the Ace Attorney series.
So wig at him.
Don't miss this opportunity to pick up a few of Capcom's most influential hits at some great prices. To celebrate, we're also offering a limited time bundle of some of Capcom's major titles
People
on
go
Steam.
buy these damn games. Especially on Imusha.
That wraps up today's
What? It's all
Capcom
like,
Showcase. Thank you for watching. We're always working on new games and updates, and we hope you're as excited as we are for Capcom's 40th anniversary. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Oh, do we gotta wait till like Gamescom now? Or the Game Award?
That's it? That's it? Bro!
Capcom,
Hey
I
everyone,
love
welcome
you.
to the
You didn't show
Capcom
nothing.
Showcase post-show. I'm Andy. I'm on the community team
Bro!
at Capcom, and with me today we have Joe, also. from the
Oh,
community
this
team,
hurts.
And we have Nico.
This hurts so much.
Hey there, I'm Nico
I had
D.
such high hopes. I mean, I am happy for everybody who's seen something they liked or they were excited about. But man, I was thinking this was the time,
Yeah,
right?
So we just got
Oh
the
man.
Capcom Showcase. What was everyone's favorite part in the chat? Let us
Like,
know.
and
I think
to be
mine
fair, I thought we
was
would have got a little bit more on
I
Dragon's
love changing
Dogma.
the rigs.
I
love just
really
like
did.
Which rig goes into like which situation and everything, and I'm a big dinosaur fan, so. how about
What'd you
you
guys think about that showcase? I
So
see
much good stuff in there. Dragon's
a
Dogma
lot
2
of elves in the chat.
Very dear to my heart.
I mean,
Super
obviously,
excited for
everybody
it,
that
but
comes
yeah,
here
lots
is
of good stuff.
primarily going to be looking for
absolutely.
Resident Evil
Ace
stuff.
Attorney.
So
I'm
again,
so
I'm
thrilled
sure
to
there's a
see,
lot of people that are
Apollo
really
coming
excited
back.
for it,
He's my
but the
boy.
majority of what you're going to see here in this chat is a lot of very disappointed people, including myself. Damn, though, that chat is going crazy. 3,600 people here, guys. Thank you for coming by. No, we appreciate it. You know, at the end of the day, it was fun to get together and get to watch this. I'm just trying to look at the bright side. You know what I mean?
There is no bright side. Give into the
Since
anger.
There's only darkness. I mean, thank you guys for 1,000 likes. I do really appreciate that. If you enjoyed the showcase or you're excited for anything shown, hit that like button, please. Thank you. I don't know. Really, there's not too much to go over there. You know, what are we talking about from here? Street Fighter. If you like Street Fighter, man, you got that.
I love. Oh God, dude. I'm sorry that you had to give up work for this, man. This
Yeah,
sucks.
it's okay, man. I would have rather taken the day off for nothing than not taking the day off and have something. You know what I mean? So
True.
glad we did get to do this. It was a fun it was a fun stream. Like, definitely a record amount of people here. That's really cool. I appreciate that. I'm gonna have to redo the title and shit like ASAP. Oh man.
But I mean, like, it is. Like, I mean, like, we get to have fun. We get to chat with everybody and hang out with the fans and chat and stuff. And, it's again, like, they did say what was going to be in this, like, or at least the main focus, but they said there was also going to be more. So we assumed that there was going to be something that was new, really, like stuff that they didn't announce before, like the Resident Evil DLC. So.
I thought that we for sure would have got new gameplay from Resident Evil 4 PSVR 2 because we got that tease, and I was like, a tease usually means a trailer, a full trailer or a full gameplay video is coming, but no, it's just a tease, man. And then we got that same tease during this event. Yeah, no, we appreciate everybody for coming by to this event. We always try to go live with the Capcom showcases, regardless. This has been the first showcase I think I watched where there really wasn't anything Resident Evil related. Like, every showcase we've gotten, there's been a substantial chunk dedicated to Resident Evil.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, now I don't know if I can trust the Capcom showcase anymore. I really gotta know for sure before I take off work.
Like the past few years, I feel that's been true.
Yeah. Well, it's not about the journey, it's about the memories we made along the way, or however they say that. I don't know. Oh, man.
He just like turns the stream off and just throws his computer against the wall.
Yeah.
Corey, come here. You got to fix something.
It's in pieces. All right, we did get some support in the chat, so again, guys, thank you very much for that. I'm going to read that now. I do appreciate it. And again, thank you guys so much. We just appreciate you coming by. Okay, let's see. Where did we leave off? Kamakrazi with a $2 super chat. Thank you again, Kamakrazi. CV is what Operation Javier is to Resident Evil 4. Code Veronica is what Operation Javier is to Resident Evil 4. Oh, yeah, for that. I get what you're saying. Yeah, I see how you're saying it's not really relevant to the main story. I see that. I get what you're saying.
I wonder if they actually meant Code Veronica is to RE5 as Operation Javier is to RE4.
That's what they meant, yes.
Right, yeah, okay.
That makes more sense, yeah. Dragon Sage with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Dragon Sage. If they do remake Code Veronica, I can only imagine how freaky looking they would make those yellow guys with the stretchy arms. The Bandersnatches?
I love those.
Do you love those? I always hated those things.
Those are my favorite. Like, those scared the crap out of me. Actually,
I don't know. I didn't like their design and they were annoying. Maybe they could make them better. But yeah, that'd be interesting to see how they would look in the RE engine.
Well, wasn't there one game like where they like in Resident Evil Darkside Chronicles, they actually were creepy as fuck in that game.
Yeah, they were a little better in there. I forgot about that. Yeah, good call. To go back and play that sometime. We got Vizian Raymond with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Vizian. I'm very excited. Hopefully great surprises. Well, in hindsight, I hope you enjoyed it. Arab Pikachu, where'd you go? It jumped here. Arab Pikachu with the $2 super chat. Thank you, man. We need to appreciate the 40th anniversary of Capcom. See, that's why we did this today, right? It wasn't for Resident Evil. It was for the 40th anniversary of Capcom. Oof. Thank you for that, man. MJ1 Media with the $2 super chat. Thank you so much for your support, man. I'm like number 1,000. Hope we get separate ways. Well, I do appreciate 1,000 likes, guys. Thank you very much for that, MJ. Hopefully soon. Grave Titan, welcome to Rose Squad Bravo team. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Spam those custom emojis, you've unlocked them, and let's all welcome Grave Titan to the Rose Squad. Member number 4. Appreciate that, dude. Tyran Drakon with a $2 super chat. Thank you, Tyran. Mid showcase. I don't know, what would you rate that? Yeah, I mean, it wasn't for me, right? That was not the showcase I wanted to watch. But again, so
I don't know who it was for because it wasn't even for me.
That's true. You're a Capcom guy. It wasn't even for me. Oh man, that Dragon's Dogma 2 looks good.
It does. I'll give it that.
John Willis with a $2 super chat. Thank you, John, for your support. Thanks, Capcom, for wasting our time 0 out of 10. It was somebody's time that enjoyed it. I don't know. But yeah, I want my vacation time back. Josh equals me with an incredibly generous $20 super chat. Thank you so much for that, Josh. Dude, we greatly appreciate that. Let's all give it up to Josh in the chat. My favorite part of the showcase was the hope I had for Dino Crisis. than the hope I had for Resident Evil 4 DLC. I was willing to bet people money we are going to see that DLC here. I even bet Proxy $25, which he would have won if he would have bet, but right when I asked him, he said, no, I don't got no money. So, bro, you could have had money. You could have had $25 if you just would have bet me. You all could have. I would have been broke, dude. Oh, Devil May Eat Pie with an incredibly generous $20 super chat. Thank you so much for your support, Devil. Last night, today, and all time, we appreciate you a ton, man. To celebrate the announcement of Code Veronica Remake. Oh, wait. Yeah, thank you for that celebration. Tyron Draken with a $2 super chat. Thank you, Tyron. In honor of my favorite pimp, Just the Way Is. What is that? In my honor of my favorite pimp, Just the Way Is. I don't know that pimp, but thank you. Thank you. Well, holy crap, the chat's going crazy now. Well, thank you guys so much for this. This is nuts. Wolfenstein91, member for 28 months. Alpha Team, thank you for over 2 years of support on the winning team. Capcom tooted in our face today, my friends, and I got pink eye. When Capcom farts in your face, you get pink eye. That's how it goes. That's a known thing. Somebody farts in your face, you get pink eye. Burkref, member for 3 months. Recruit, thank you for 3 months of support. Hello. Hi. Nice to see you. Thank you for coming by today. Vizian Raymond with a $5 super chat. Thank you again, Vizian. I take back what I said early, but some stuff was cool still. See, some of it was salvageable, right?
Nope, can't take it back.
No take
backs.
No take backs. Arab Pikachu with a $2 super chat. Thank you, Arab. TDSC gave us close enough to Code Veronica Remake. Oh, the dark side. Wait, what is TDSC?
I think that, Chronicles. Yeah.
The Dark Side Chronicles. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. That was good. I did like seeing that. They made Steve better in it, I thought personally. I liked his acting better in the Dark Side Chronicles.
I mean, if the screen wouldn't stop shaking every 5 seconds, it would have been a lot better.
Agree, yeah. Jericho J says with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Jericho. Happy to be here. The real RE update announcement were the friends we made along the way. There, you said it much better than I could have said it. Thank you. At least some of us made some friends today. Clen Guide with 1 gifted Rose Squad membership. Thank you, Clen, for growing the row. Let's all give it up in the chat to Clen and welcome our new member. Appreciate you. Amy Lemieux with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Amy. Lol, I didn't even know there was a showcase today. Definitely going to pick up Dragon's Dogma and Pragmata. My condolences for no RE content, JJ. Thank you, I died inside. I'm just an empty shell of a man.
That's been me for years.
Didn't we?
Welcome to the club.
Didn't we do a showcase in the past where we really thought there was going to be something and there was? I could have swore we did this before. Like there was only 1 or 2 events that we've done where it was just a flop.
I think Proxy would remember that.
Yeah.
Everything. He was probably there for that.
Pretty sure I remember this feeling. I've had it before during one of our events.
I get it almost anytime I watch any other showcase from another company lately.
Yeah. Oh, that's sad. Except for that Starfield showcase, man. That was next level of good.
That was terrible.
Gary with a £5 super chat. Thank you, Gary. Mother Foes didn't show us Veronica, Dino Crisis, DMC 6. Hell, I'd even take Barry in a mankini. I took that too, man. But definitely would have took something a little more Resident Evil related. Barry in a mankini. Let's go.
It's like not in a game, just like a cosplayer doing
It's a
it.
cosplayer, yeah. Talking about Street Fighter or something. Taryn Aries with the $5 super chat. Thank you, Taryn, for your support. If we get Code Veronica Remake down the line, would you like for Claire to get Jill's dodge while Chris got Leon's parry? I would love that. I think that mechanic they added was they did do a bit of it in Resident Evil 3 Remake where you got Jill's dodge and Carlos's hook. And then I think I like the parry system they added in Resident Evil 4 Remake. That dodge is so much fun, though, that Jill had. I think that having that one ability per character is something that's kind of sticking, and I'm cool with that. What do you guys think?
I love to see that. I love to see anything that contributes to like each of the heroes, the protagonist's identities. So something like Chris that is maybe similar to Carlos, where he like just boxes him. I can see it totally making it in.
Yeah, that would be cool. Eduardo Rojas Kishko with a 10,000 PYG super chat and a super crying Ashley emoji. That's how I feel inside, man. Thank you for that support. Tyron again. Tyron Draken with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Tyron. Sorry for my brain malfunctioned. It's just the way it is. Fleekazoid is the pimp. His content is good. Oh, it's a content creator. I got you. That makes a little more sense. Thank you for that. Heman Crowfagia. Anybody want to help me out there? Heman Crowfagia with is that out today? Okay. Sorry if I mispronounced that. With a incredibly generous $20 super chat. Thank you so much, Heman. Greatly appreciate that. Everybody give it up to Heman in the chat. Thanks for the stream. Should Code Veronica be in first person if it was remade? I don't think so. Personally, I would like to see it over the shoulder, like 4 remake, 2 remake. That I think is the way Capcom's going forward. But I mean, if I had it my way, it'd be fixed camera angle. But that's not going to happen. Yeah. So over the shoulder. How about you guys? What do you think?
Oh, over the shoulder, have to be, or go back to the original fixed camera angles if possible.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think regardless of what style it's made in, people will probably make it available otherwise. So, but
true.
Yeah, I think they'll make it like they made 4. So.
Damn, man, us Resident Evil fans, we really need a win right now. I had a lot of depression in the chat. I feel like if I didn't have to work tonight, I'd do a stream just to try to cheer everybody up. I'm sorry, guys.
Dude, you took work off. Just stream.
I can't. I got a lot. I got to go back in and try to salvage any vacation time I can.
No, you can't.
Monster Shop with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Monster Shop. Greatly appreciate that. Hey, guys, ran home to watch this, and I was going to ask if I missed anything, but poop. Oh, sorry you ran home, dude.
At least you got a good workout.
Yeah. But we're all hanging out, so there's that. Gonzo with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Gonzo. Separate ways memes are trending on Twitter. Oh, dude, I got to see these. I got to check these out.
Yeah, I want to check that out.
There's a whole bunch of disappointment. I guarantee it. Oh, God, that's going to be a mess. Whew, I'm going to stay off social media today. Meet Knight 8 with a $50 super chat. Thank you for that support. I'm sad the showcase didn't show any possible news of a Dead Rising revival. Hopefully someday. I kind of was thinking there might have been something on that too. I've heard a lot of rumors on it.
They need another studio to open because the original one that made it, they shut it down after Dead Rising 4 tanked.
So Capcom just can't do it in home?
If they don't, it depends if they want to split up the teams from their other bigger projects,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess. I would like to see that, though.
Oh, yeah. I would love to see that franchise come back.
Dude, if I didn't have to go into work, I would stream Code Veronica. I would. It sounds great right now. But unfortunately, no. I don't got the time to do it. But I think that pretty much concludes this event today. And thank you so much again for all that support. We just appreciate you guys coming by. The fact that you came and did that, it's above and beyond, and we're very grateful. We had over 3,000 people in here at one point, which is just nuts. I've got to give a huge shout out to the mods for keeping order in the chat. We appreciate all the work the moderators do, especially during the events like this. And they're probably busting their asses in the chat. So thank you for keeping this a safe and welcoming place for all Resident Evil fans. And just everybody, we appreciate you coming by the Resident Evil. We're always trying to do our best to keep you updated on all the recent Resident Evil news, rumors and let's plays, and we just hope you guys enjoy our content. And for as maybe disappointing as this was for some, including myself, I hope you still enjoy the event, and hopefully we'll get something soon. There's not really too much else to go over. If you did enjoy what you've seen in the showcase, I'm definitely happy for you. There's some good stuff showcased, not my cup of tea, but a lot of people enjoy it, and that's awesome. Before we close it out today, Tony, is there anything you would like to say to our audience?
Just thank you guys for coming by and watching us with today. I know it might not have been what we all wanted, but I'm glad that you guys had fun and you just came out and support the channel. It means a lot to us.
Yeah. How about you, Baggy?
Yeah, it's been a great time. There's a lot of projects out there. There's always someone that's hella excited about this mystery game, about Ace Attorney, all of these other projects that don't really get into the limelight necessarily. So I guess it is kind of nice, kind of refreshing once in a while to have an entire showcase dedicated to those, because they just inherently won't reach as many people. Obviously, That being said, we're looking for something particular, survival horror oriented. In particular, almost everyone wanted one thing. But yeah, it was still very enjoyable, and it was a great time just with you guys. So
yeah, thank you guys so much. We got a couple more here to read. Thank you for that. And then New Mattio with a $550 super chat. Thank you, New Mattio. Capcom out here celebrating their 40th anniversary by taking 40 years off my life for watching that show. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
That was good. Gary with the £5. Thank you, Gary. Why go to work when you can stay home and get drunk and cry? You know, that'll just make me more depressed.
I do that
think I'm
every
going to go
day.
try to distract myself with work things. Thank you for that, though.
You just see JJ loading himself into one of the machines, just like, yep, this is it.
Lay in here. This press break looks comfortable. Let me just put my head right between that. Oh, no. It's all good, man. There'll be stuff in the future. And again, it was a very fun event just to get together with everybody, and there was no hiccups. Everything went together smooth, so I have no complaints, about how everything went. The showcase itself, is what it is, guys. But thank you all so much for spending your time here. We hope that you enjoyed this stream regardless, hanging out, and we hope to see you guys back at the Resident Evil. If you're new here, we do cover all the latest Resident Evil and closely related survival horror games, so if that's the type of content you do like, consider subscribing. And again, we appreciate you. Hope you have a good rest of your day. And don't get too hard about it. I'm sure we'll have something soon. But yeah, thank you guys, and we'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye, everybody. Have a wonderful night.